another match after this one, or would you like to see a deck tech with one Nick Gajeri with his Thing in the Ice, Echoing Truth, Haunted Horror, Tribal deck?
Yeah, I wonder what else he's running to, like, just be good with Haunted Horror. Like, Echoing Truth is wonderful in general, right, in the format, I think, but I wonder what else what else are horrors in Modern? Because I know he said he was trying to run horrors that wouldn't get, like, good horrors that wouldn't get bounced to Thing in Ice. Guys, you gotta watch the caps lock. Apparently our Moobot is cutting that down.
Moobot is super vigilant. If I see you get banned for caps lock that I don't deem to be super excessive, I will try to... Yeah, you did get banned twice. It's true. I had to re-click it twice.
He did get banned. He got warned
Are we
twice.
offline?
No. Are we? We're still streaming. Our stream would normally get cut out.
No, it wouldn't.
No, we're good.
I'm still seeing you us as up right now, guys.
It might have
If
blinked.
you are having problems with the stream, please refresh your stream. It's probably on Twitch's end and not ours. Yeah, just reopen the stream, hit refresh, whatever. If you're having problems, it might also be your internet connection. Oh, yeah, none of this works.
Okay, so there's apparently a little Twitch problem.
Yep.
All right, so they got their 7s. It looked like they both kept 7, so...
Yep, we're up to 112 viewers. That's pretty sweet. I was going to start out with a
Thing in Ice raising viewers.
Thing in the Ice is pretty popular. Okay, Paul. We've got a Noble Hierarch from Sean. Pretty good start. Probably exactly what he wants. Gonna get a Dark Shores for Nick Gajeri.
Into Aether Vial?
Into Aether Vial? No, into Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize is going to take Nick down to 18. We'll see what Sean's hand is. Knight, Wolf Run, 2 lands, and a Nakatl.
Definitely just have to take the Knight there.
Yeah.
I think Wolf Run's pretty sick. Knight of the Reliquary target.
Yeah, we should have thought about that when we were thinking about the decks, the cards that could be in the deck.
We were just thinking Gavany. No.
We must have had some sort of Twitch hiccup because our viewers just dropped down to 78 from 112. So that's pretty lame.
Do you want to type in the chat again?
Nope. Okay.
Alright. So, Noble Hierarch. Noble Hierarch getting in there for...
Noble Hierarch takes Nick down to 17. Taste it. Get wrecked.
Get Noble Hierarch. Honestly, one of the best feelings ever when playing Infex is being able to kill someone with your Noble Hierarchs. Not quite as wonderful as killing someone with your Spellskite, but...
Gets around Ensnaring Bridge.
Yeah. I just mean, like, double become a Noble Hierarch, because the game gets that long.
Yeah.
So these Wild Nakatls are currently only 2/2s. He does not have a Plains.
Yep. That's true. What do we got from Nick here? Nick's got second Dark Slick Shores. Looks like he's going to... the horror in his hand, or is it a Bob?
It's really hard to tell.
That looks
it's
like
a horror.
A Haunted Horror. Still up on stream.
That's a lot of damage he's allowing through.
He is going to be... Well, he can block 7 of it. I mean, he can block 3 of it with his 7/7.
But he'll be taking 9
but
going
you're
to 8.
probably willing to cash in a 3/3 for 9 damage here. Well, yeah, Sean does have a
Echoing
plane.
Truth then.
Sean's actually at 19, not 29, but 19.
So that's Nick either saying I have Echoing Truth or I have something to deal with your board.
Yep. Probably going to crack in combat to go down to 18. Oh, he just passes back. That's an interesting play. I think I would bank the 9 damage.
I would at least swing with the 2 3/3s. I wonder what he was worried
Well, he
about
could have
there.
made them all 3/3s. He's got a Windswept Heath in play.
I wonder if he's trying to get Nick to swing in so he can just block it.
I mean,
with
he's
everything.
representing Collected Company here.
That is true. Because I imagine you can just get basic plays.
I mean, like, poor Sean. It's turn 4. He's got 4 mana. It just has nothing to do. Just nothing he could possibly do right here, and Nick should probably just attack in.
Well, he did attack in.
Yeah. Disrupting Shoal would be a card Nick would play. Looks like we've got a big old gang. There's an Echoing Truth in hand.
Of course there's
Oh, this is gross. Oh, taste it. Oh, man. Sean's going to take 4.
And kill the... Actually, yeah, I guess he wouldn't even be... If Sean swung there, he wouldn't be winning the race. Guys, Hunted Horror in Modern is real.
Sean's actually going to go down to 14 with the fetch land.
This deck is gross. I love it.
Oh.
I wonder if he does
Wait,
have
is he not going to Coco this turn?
I don't think he has it.
He must not have it. Abrupt Decay, Hunted Horror. Thing in the Ice has done exactly nothing in this match.
I know.
But Hunted Horror, Abrupt Decay is the combo that we... The
Hunted
Modern
Horror,
was,
Echoing Truth.
I'm sorry, Echoing Truth is the combo that Modern was made for, apparently. Yeah, we're... MMAP, if there's still time in the middle of the round, we're going to try to do a deck tech with Nick right after this match. It seems like everyone would really like to see that deck list.
This is so much fun. Can we just, like, keep following Nick through this tournament?
We can't do that, but...
We can try to keep you updated on his records to see if he ever drops one. If he doesn't drop this game. He's just so far ahead right now. That's just so brutal.
I don't think Sean's hand is very good either. Is that a Ghost Quarter? It's a Ghost Quarter and a...
Path?
No, the Pump Land, Keswick Wolf Run.
Oh, so he's getting mana flooded too.
Yeah. That's
Dude, best combo. Just play. I mean, you can't even play Torpor because it starts off your Snapcasters.
Yeah.
I also like how Hunted Horror is a $6.50 card. Probably unrelated to this, but it is a $6.50 card.
Well, it's probably pretty sweet. Yeah, Nick is single-handedly raising the front of... Yeah, Hunted Horror spike incoming. I think Nick is...
Oh, did he swing for 4 or with the swing for 5 with the Wild Nicottle?
That would be 5 with the Wild Nicottle, correct.
Trying to race?
Well, he's gotta, like...
Gotta do something. Hope you draw a path and can still win. Ooh, there's a spell sky.
That's a very good draw. I'm gonna go to 7. I think Nick is in commanding shape in this game.
Hunted Horror getting there. That's so gross. You can't even Ghost Quarter or anything relevant. He just gets, if you Ghost Quarter his Dark Slick Shores, he just gets a plane, gets an island, sorry. Keswick Wolf Run pumps for 3? That is some damage, but we know his hand. Oh, I guess we don't. What's the last card in his hand?
We don't know it. Well, it looks like we're going to see it now. Inquisition of Kozilek is going to reveal that it is a Windswept Heath.
Ooh.
This game, you're going to have to see some chump blocking here. You could chump block with just the Hierarch, but it looks like...
If you chump block with just the Hierarchs, though, and they get Echoing Truth again?
That's true. Well,
Vapor Snag! Oh! That's
taste
so
it.
good!
Oh, man.
Oh, Spellskite's a horror also!
Spellskite,
and a 2-drop.
Spellskite's a horror?
Yes! Spellskite is an artifact horror.
Thing in the Ice takes it down. We're going to see... We've got about 20 minutes left in the round. We're going to see if we can get Nick in here for a deck tech.
You can go around and talk to Nick.
Yeah, I want to give the guy a chance to decide or not, but I'm going to...
This is wonderful. Also, thank you, Paul. It's more that saying that the Ghost Quarter didn't actually have a good target there. But yeah, that deck was pretty sweet. We didn't get to actually see Thing and Ice doing its thing. Oh, Affection Invoker is also a horror. So that's, and a 2-drop. So I wonder if he's running that in his 75. We're gonna go try it. Shay just went out to try to get him now to talk to him. What is that he boarded in? What card is that? I can't even see what card that is. Oh, I'm sure we'll find out if we get him back here. Vapor Snag creatures can be trampled through because, so the way trample works is it will do any damage past what is absorbed by blockers, basically. So the Vapor Snag, it is blocked, Vapor Snag gets rid of it, so it sees no damage to, it basically sees 0 and then tramples over 7. So it's still blocked, but since it doesn't need to do anything. Was it Flying Trenchals? It kind of looked like it. Okay, so it was Flaying Tendrils then. I wonder. I guess. Oh, he's probably running that to hedge against Coco better.
All right, so the way we're gonna do this is gonna have Nick is gonna lay his deck out on the stream mat for us. Then we're gonna have him come in and talk about it a little bit.
Oh yeah, there's chat was wondering. He's running Aether Vial and he doesn't move it past 2.
I don't think he has. So he's got.
He does have the Revoker. Sorry, we're trying to call out horrors that we're in. Sean's just looking at the deck, going, "What is this?"
I love it so much.
It looks like Sean's laughing himself right now.
Yeah, the vial is actually pretty good. It doesn't look like his curve goes up past Thing in the Ice.
Nah, it's just 2 drops. His deck is 2 drops and 1 drops for spells.
All right, we're gonna reset our life totals here as we wait for this round to end.
This is amazing. What else has he got? That's the Hunted Horror, Thing and Ice, Spellskite. I wonder how many bobs he's running. What is that? Dismember, it looks like?
It's gotta be... the card between Serum and Gataxian is... What is that?
I guess we'll find out when he comes back here.
Oh, he's already got a slot for his Serum Visions.
That is a Wall of Text.
Is it a Raven's Crime, maybe?
It's a 1 black spell. Oh, Virulent Strike? Oh, it gives him Infect. Is that the Infect? No, what is that? Oh, it gains +2/+0 and Death Touch. Oh, yeah, I was thinking of the other black card that gives it. That's pretty cool. Death Touch Trample? Oh, yeah, because Death Touch Trample means you only have to do 1 damage to each thing before it dies.
Ion00, thanks for the follow here at MTG Card Market. Up to 121 viewers. Looks like we're going to lay out the deck here. Nick's going to be coming back. Looks like Sean's helping. I think, after you lose to Hunted Horror Echoing Truth, you, can't even be mad, right?
Yeah, he also saw the Thing in Ice, so he knew what was going on. Also, Sean's a pretty awesome guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's always nice... It's always nice to see sweet stuff, right?
Yeah.
We get to this point where we've all been playing Magic for however long, and things start to feel stale, and then Nick comes in with this.
But no Ancestral Visions.
No Ancestral Visions. It's too, it's not what he's trying to do.
He's running that now legal Thing in Ice.
Yeah.
Which, that is pretty sick.
Looks like we got the sideboard being laid out here.
Looks like he's going to lay out the sideboard on the bottom. Is he only running... He's got to be running 4 Aether Vials. They're just stacked on top of each other?
Where are the Aether Vials?
There's 1 Aether Vial there. Is he only running 1 Aether Vial?
Endless Gamer 42, thanks for the follow. It does look like there's only 1 Aether Vial. There's also only 2 Dark Confidants and 2 Snapcaster Mages. We'll probably get Nick to explain those numbers when he comes into the booth.
My guess is because they're not horrors.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Because you need a lot of spells, so it's like, alright, what's not? I think he might only be running 1 Aether Vial. Yeah, it looks like he's only running 1 Aether Vial. Maybe more in his sideboard for counters.
1 Aether Vial, 1 Spell Pierce. And here's the sideboard going down.
Some Counter Squall, Surgical Extractions, Dispels, Torpor Orb.
Batter Skull.
It's a Germ Token, though, not a horror. Granted, putting a Batter Skull on a 7/7 Trampler is awesome.
Seeger777 is following us. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to MTGCardmarket.com.
2 Flaying Tendrils and another Vapor Snag.
Right.
This is wonderful. So anyone wants to see the deck list, take a screenshot of this.
Yep.
And then you can make it yourself and tweak some numbers.
All right, we've got Mr. Nick coming back into the booth.
So many cards.
This is wonderful.
So Hunted Horror. Tell me about Hunted Horror.
Oh man, Hunted Horror is the best horror.
We'll let you take my
7
seat.
for 2. That's okay. They can look at the deck.
Oh,
Okay, they put them the right way. I was worried.
Yeah, you're good. So explain some of the card choices here to me. We've got 2 Dark Confidants. We've got 2 Snapcaster Mages, and the strangest thing to me is 1 Aether Vial.
Yeah, I think I'll be adding more Aether Vials.
It seemed pretty good
It
game
seemed
2.
good there. I just never want to draw it late.
Yeah.
My thought in Pro of Aether Vial that I mentioned is you could put Thing and Ice in and then still cast a bunch of spells.
Right, which is great. Every creature in the deck costs 2. every creature in the main. So like Aether Vial on 2 and you're done, which is
I'm
great.
also pretty sure half the chat just screenshotted this, and now everyone in the store is going over to look at your deck.
That's fine. Do the thing. I faced the mirror round 1.
The mirror?
It was stupid.
The thing in the
Not
ice
the
mirror.
exact mirror, but
Was
the thing
he
in the,
was he also horror tribal?
Yeah, thing in the ice hunted horror, and it is hilariously bad in the mirror. That deck was miserable.
Yeah, Echoing Truth, not great in the mirror.
Echoing Truth did some work because, all right, so at one point I got to Echoing Truth for the last counter on my thing in the ice, which flips before Echoing Truth resolves.
All right.
So his got bounced and mine was a 7/8.
So we just watched it, but run me through a little bit of how your deck typically wants the game to go.
Sure. I basically want to drop a thing in the ice and or hunted horror pretty early, and then cast spells till they're dead.
Pretty basic game plan there.
Yeah, that's the dream. 6 discard spells, probably the best thing you can do turn 1.
It looks like 20 lands, 6 cantrips.
21 lands, I think it was. 6 cantrips in the main, yeah. A couple snaps to help with that, a couple bobs, because everything in the deck is super cheap.
Yep.
Virulent Swipe is the fun one. I see you guys brought that up.
Oh yeah, we were trying to figure out what
We
card
didn't
it
know
was.
what
so
it
like-
was.
Yeah, right?
I thought it was
Great.
I thought it was Tainted
So
Strike
it's
for a
2
second.
spells. It makes Spellskite into a hilarious blocker. It makes Unflipped Thing in the Ice into a hilarious blocker. And it helps Hunted Horror trample for 5 over the 2 centaurs if they block. So I feel like I can steal some games with that.
Oh, so it's just funny.
Yeah, it
It is really
as
funny.
as the chat said, it
Death
turns
Charge
out
trample rules are interesting.
yeah, it turns out that 7/7 tramples for 2 are pretty good,
They're pretty good.
especially when you can have no drawbacks on them.
Yeah, have some nice Echoing Truth. I mean,
Also,
it feels
bouncing.
like a waste of an Echoing Truth sometimes, but the value is just the
Yeah.
damage you get in with the surprise is nice.
Also,
I
when he
would-
blocked with 3/3/3s and you Echoing Truth 2 of them.
Yeah.
It was kind of gross.
For
I was saying
value.
I haven't seen the card Hunted Horror since original Ravnica Limited, and it wasn't even that good in original Ravnica Limited.
It really wasn't.
Yeah.
I've tried it with some sundials in Legacy and super casual. It's in a tiny leaders deck I have.
Really quick to Rado
I
side.
think
He was
it's
saying
fun
he
now.
Echoing Truth his opponent's Thing in Ice and then flipped his own so it was no longer named Thing in Ice.
Yeah.
So then he got to bounce his opponent's Thing in Ice while flipping his own.
Right. His opponent got bounced by the Echoing Truth, and my Thing in the Ice was safe because it wasn't named Thing in the Ice anymore.
Oh, you could also run Bile Blight on Kill All Center Tokens.
I could, except they have Pro Black, so that won't work at all.
Wait, the Center Tokens have Pro Black?
Yeah, Centaur
That's
tokens
why
have
it's
Pro
not just
Black.
absurd.
I didn't even realize they had Pro
So
Black.
looking at your sideboard here, it looks like you're
Sideboard probably needs some
you're
work,
pretty
yeah.
scared of something with those quad surgical extractions. What are those for?
There's a lot of
Or cranial extraction,
yeah,
rather.
the surgical extractions. I
Twisted
mean,
Image.
Twisted Image. Oh, actually, yeah, that would be pretty good here, wouldn't it?
Shrek's Thing in Ice. and
I mean, I
Spellskite.
expected maybe some people to be on Thopter today. It's mostly just something you can cast for free to surprise flip Thing in the Ice, because Gitaxian Probe's a sorcery. So any matchup where it seems useful or relevant, like Abzan Coco or something, trying to combo out. I like the instant speed Graveyard Hate, and the fact that it can instant flip Thing in the Ice is just great. Instant transform. I
So-
don't know if Flaying Tendrils is big enough.
What
but
have you been naming with Phyrexian Revoker so far?
Nothing yet. I sided him out in that last match. The only thing I could think to name is Knight of the Reliquary, but that's not good enough.
Yeah.
I just brought in the Batterskull and the bigger blocker Spellskite
Yeah.
and stuff.
Revoker not being the one who can name Sean's utility lands.
Yes, he can't name lands, but I feel like main deck Revoker is going to be really nice for
Yeah, Thopter Foundry stops,
Foundries,
Tron, from
Viserys
various combos.
Seers, all kinds of stuff.
All right, and three main deck spell
And it's a
skites.
horror. Yay.
Spellskite's a horror.
Spellskite's a horror. Phyrexian Revoker's a horror.
Is Creeping Tar Pit a horror?
Creeping Tarpit is an elemental, but that's fine. It's unblockable.
Yeah. So wanted to congratulate you on your win. You're 2-0.
Thanks. Getting there.
Congratulate you on
It's not
becoming
going to last, but it's fun.
becoming chat's favorite. I have to say I think this happens every time that you go on the stream with something new.
That's the goal.
So thank you for coming in and rocking us with
Yeah.
the deck. We can let you get back out
Thank
there.
you. All right. Gonna smash it.
And one last chance.
Swing my way to 2-2.
He's gonna start picking it up.
He's
so you gotta-
he's super confident. Okay, one last chance, chat. If you want to get the deck list, here it is up on stream. Nick's going to be collecting his deck soon enough, and
Screenshot
so you might
it.
want to get that screenshot. Of course, you can always just open up our video on demands. Obviously, on our channel, you can come back and watch these matches anytime. You can also find us on YouTube, where we've got all of our previous content up for you, in case you just haven't gotten enough of me and Eric tonight.
Can rewatch it.
You can rewatch it and watch Hunted Horror, Thing in the Ice, Echoing Truth do their thing.
Over and over. Do you want to go run and pull another match?
I think I can try to do that. It might be
fine for next round.
Yeah. I'll try to get us set up for next round.
Alright. So he will go do that. Yeah, this deck is sweet. And you heard some of the exchanges he was thinking about adding more Aether Vials to the list. I think that was his main thing, is he wants to somehow slot in more Aether Vials. we got people just from around the store currently going in and looking at it as he's now trying to pick it up. So yeah, that's a pretty sweet list. And we got to see that perform excellently on camera. I will now also take back what I said earlier. There is a good deck for Thing and Ice. It just so happens to also involve Hunted Horror. Alright, have you guys been saying anything? No, you guys are just kind of talking to him through the deck tech. So yeah, we've got some pretty sweet lists. If you're just joining us, when we're finished, the stream will go up, so you can watch our previous streams, and we'll be on YouTube. You will be able to see our round 1 match, which was American Control versus Mill. We got to see Ancestor Visions be very relevant because it drew Nick. It drew Nick Wild some more burn spells to help him actually lethal the Mill deck. And after that, we got to see a Death Shadow control deck versus Gifts Ungiven Tron running Thopter Sword. We only got to see Game 3 of that match, but we did get to see it. Nope. I think the point of him running Aether Vial was that it gets him all his 2s in speed. It also allows him to get in Thing and Ice and cast spells to flip it earlier. So he was testing one. I think he said he wants to test more. He's not sure if it's going to be a permanent addition, but it is pretty good. And as a reminder, as you can see from the little icons around the stream, we are streaming from MTGCardmarket in Chicago.
No, we're not. Don't lie.
Okay. And we're also going to be at the SCG Invitational this weekend.
In
selling
Columbus.
Cards. In Columbus. So if you're out in that area or going to it, check out the booth.
Yep.
People are awesome. I don't know what team is going, but I think they might have already be en route. I don't know, because that starts Friday, so they're either leaving tonight or tomorrow.
I would think that that Paul would be going, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's either going or running the store, because I know Cam does them too. But there will be some people there. All the workers are awesome, so come visit us. Come check us out. Got some cards to sell and your stuff to buy.
So next round, we had 1 Aether Vial in last round's deck. We're going to have 3 more of them in the deck we're going to play next round. No.
Merfolk?
Merfolk. We're going to have Merfolk on camera. What's that guy's name?
Is he running Ancestor Visions?
That'd be sweet.
Actually, Ancestor Visions and Merfolk doesn't seem terrible. It gets you more fish to swim.
Is that his name? The guy who runs Merfolk?
I think so.
Okay.
Are we going to have another Nick?
There's lots of Nicks everywhere.
I told you we had 3 Nicks at least.
You said Matt.
Oh, sorry, Matt.
We're talking about Matt.
Whatever.
That's
Are there
not
not that
even
many
close.
Matts?
That's
Close
not even close to what you
We
were
have 3
talking
Nicks,
about.
whatever. We have Matt Cartier, it was Matt Seckel from chat earlier.
That's not even this tournament's list.
Oh.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Whatever.
That totally is.
Okay,
There
whatever.
are 3 Matts here.
This
4 Matts.
Get out. Get out.
I was right.
We have 17 people here at Card Market's Wednesday
We
Night
have
Modern.
30. We have
We've got
17 tables.
We've got 34 people.
35 because we have a buy. We have 35 people at this modern event.
Well, so that's pretty good because in the last few weeks I've been streaming, we've been down to like 10,
Yeah.
12.
Suddenly, Eldrazi's gone and
15.
everyone comes to play.
Everyone was really unhappy with the
We were
format,
no
and
longer
it's-
oppressed by our Eldrazi overlords.
It's pretty good to see it be in a better place. I know that there is... Math is very hard, especially when it's ×2. I'm very bad at that whole ×2 thing. It's very difficult to me.
Yeah. Also,
That's why I'm a computer programmer.
A lot of people are also probably prepping for the IQ coming up. So people who might not normally come out, sorry, not the IQ, the Invitational.
The Invitational.
People who are not normally coming out for that are now going to the Invitational.
Standard and Modern these days?
Yeah, Standard, Modern, Standard top 8, but it's Standard day 1, Modern day 2, and then Standard top 8 again.
Word.
So there are probably people, I know there are people practicing for that. People are practicing Standard for that. I'm sure we're going to see plenty of humans from that this weekend.
Yeah. So we can talk a little bit of Standard right now. I haven't been playing much Standard.
It's pretty relevant because of the rotation, but right now it's just talk about humans.
About humans?
Talk about humans.
I haven't seen that list. I knew that Avacyn is pretty good in like Magic games.
People have realized a 3-mana enchantment that gives your entire team +1/+1 and Vigilance is pretty sick.
I feel like that was always going to be pretty good. Like, okay, what's the closest analog to that we have, right? We've
Honor
got Glorious Anthem.
Probably
Was pretty good.
Yeah.
Honor of the Pure.
You
was pretty good.
You also got give your tokens +1/+1 Vigilance, which was banned in Block Constructed.
Right, but that had more to do with the fact that Lingering Souls is a messed up Magic card.
Yeah, but like this is just play your creatures and have the same effects.
When will this go up on YouTube? I imagine either tonight or tomorrow.
I believe it's normally within 24 hours.
It should be up tonight or tomorrow.
But
you can obviously watch it on our past broadcasts on Twitch immediately following the stream. So that would be the best way to do it before it goes up on YouTube. One of the things that's been interesting me about Standard is that everyone sort of expected Green-Red Ramp to be the best deck because it lost almost nothing. But I feel like it's not. Like, I think there were only like 2 in the top 64 at the SCG.
So the question is, it's really hard to tell because I don't actually know the data. So if someone has the data to either tell me I'm wrong or tell me I'm right, let me know. So I feel like a lot of the reasons why Human did good is because everyone was running the deck. I know Humans did have one of the higher percentage of decks brought there, so I don't actually know how many people brought Green-Red Ramp actually to the tournament.
That's true.
But by the fact that it did get some in the top 64 and like floating around the top 16, like that's pretty good.
I just don't think that the Humans matchup seems bad. It seems actively bad. Like you've got Kozilek's Return, which is like pretty good.
But the 2 damage doesn't kill half of them once you have the 3-mana enchantment.
Right.
And I think that's the thing that a lot of people won't realize. And they're like, oh, this deck is awesome because we can just keep wrathing the boards of aggro decks. But it's like, no, our team gets +1/+1, so now you have to do 3 damage and you're only doing 2. So your option is like, well, I can try to flash it back to do 5 to everything.
Yeah.
But at that point, you're kind of already not doing great because they just flash an Avacyn and not care.
Yeah. Avacyn's a pretty good Magic card.
Yeah.
So is the, what's the name of the card? The land, the
Westvale Abbey?
Westvale Abbey. That card seems pretty good to me.
Oh, sweet. You're going to rest my board. Westvale Abbey.
I have not been excited about Standard in a very long time, but I'm kind of liking where it's going right now.
See, I'm just trying to get a deck that's good with Gitrog Monster. Like, I just want to play Get Good Monster and just have that deck for a while.
I mean...
Oh yeah, Bant Coco's still really good.
It turns out Collected Company is still a good Magic card.
There's actually 2 different versions of the Bant Coco deck now. There was a blue-white humans deck, splashing green for only Collected Company, which was technically Bant Coco, but it was the human version. Then you have the standard, like, I'm going to play all the good Bant creatures that have good ETB effects.
Yeah, there were some interesting things.
And Lieutenant's pretty good.
Yeah. There were some, like, interesting things that were interesting to me. About
if you're playing a slower deck, it makes Evolving Wilds playable because also to talk about Gitrog Monster a little bit more, Gitrog Monster and Tireless Tracker with Evolving Wilds is absurd because you get the clue and you also get the extra draw steps.
Yeah. So like one of the things that we've got
sweet
actual pairings this round.
Thank you.
We can look it up. We've got I believe that is Nick. What the hell was I talking about?
I have no idea. Also, Tireless Tracker is also pretty good with Gitrog Monster.
Oh, that's what I was going to say, is the Tireless Tracker. That's the green one that makes blue tokens. It surprised me how good that card was.
That did not surprise me at all. I got to play with it. So I got to play with that on the pre-release weekend and kept a hand that was literally 5 lands, a single piece of removal, and Tireless Tracker, and won because I drew half my deck.
Yeah.
Like, you can draw an absurd amount of cards, especially when you have, like, any Evolving Wilds effect or any fetch land effect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're playing a slower deck, it makes Evolving Wilds playable because, also, to talk about Gitrog Monster a little bit more, Gitrog Monster and Tireless Tracker with Evolving Wilds is absurd because you get the clue and you also get the extra draw steps.
Yeah. So, like, one of the things that we've got
Sweet.
actual pairings this
Thank
round.
you.
We can look it up. We've got I believe that is Nicholas Paras.
Yep.
We're gonna go over to the play because we've got matches here. They actually gave us so we've got it looks like Matt Seckel is up again.
Yep. So
Merfolk against Espertron is our matchup right here.
I wonder how much. Oh, he gets the free island walk. He doesn't have to do effort for it. Also, if he's still running 4 of the turn opponent's creature into an island, that's pretty good.
Get Matt Seckel on the blue.
Yep.
Get ours on the red.
We got
Thank
it.
you.
Great.
Thanks, dude. And both of these players are 2-0, I believe.
It's pretty easy to tell which side has Matt on it because of the beard.
Yeah, beardy over on the right, and less beardy over on the left. What the heck?
Yeah,
I'm just gonna put his
gonna
full
read this
name.
aloud so everyone can appreciate it. Paul had the Tireless Tracker in his sideboard at the pre-release. Were you actually playing green, Paul? It's not okay. What is the name? Because I'm bad at Merfolk because I don't enjoy the deck. What is the name of the blue card that turns your opponent's lands into islands?
Spreading Seas.
Spreading Seas. Okay. If you're referring to that playmat, I don't actually know where we got that. I will try to ask, but I believe you have to order them like through special places because they're full table playmats. Is that a gamer mat? It might have the brand on the corner of it.
I have no idea. But anyway,
Yeah,
so
I
the
think
game we've got in play, we've got a Expedition map in play for Matt Seckel. We've got the trademarked Aether Vial start for Nick Paris.
Aether Vial into map. Or was map a turn late?
We're going to pass it back. He just went Colonnade Pass.
Ooh, that's kind of awkward because then you can't crack your map.
Right.
But does he not have any islands?
He looks like he kept a one-lander.
Does he have Aether Vial? Oh,
He's got double
I
Aether
would keep
Vial.
that one lander all
Yeah.
day.
Got the double Aether Vial, no one-land draw for Nick.
Yeah.
Which is fine, because that's 2 less Aether Vials to draw on turn 8.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how many Spreading Seas he has. He also has a Curse Catcher, which is pretty relevant. If Matt tries doing anything, he can just bring in the Curse Catcher and sack it.
Yep, we've got a Thirst for Knowledge in hand from Matt. Looks like we're going to activate the vial, and in response we're going to get that Thirst for Knowledge so that we don't get it Curse Catchered.
Makes sense. Because if you see Mutavault Aether Vial, I'm pretty sure you just automatically assume Merfolk instead of...
Yep.
Yeah, I guess you could be Death and Taxes.
Sword of the Meek
But-
going to go into the graveyard.
That's probably one of the better discards to that... To... What is that one again? What's the blue draw discard?
Thirst for Knowledge.
Thirst for Knowledge.
Draw 3, discard 1, discard 2, or discard 1 artifact.
I swear I know the cards in Modern.
Well, that's a card that hasn't seen a whole lot of Modern play. It's been seeing
Yeah.
quite a bit more because of Sword of the Meek. We're probably going to get a Lord Vialed in for Nick here. Oh, nope, it's a Silvergill Adept.
Draw some cards. Draw another Aether Vial.
Third Aether Vial is probably not what Nick was looking for.
It's not terrible though. Just get the chain of vials.
Yeah,
it's
you get 1, 2, 3.
It's basically as good as a land.
Or 2, 3, 4 is probably better.
Yeah, swing for 1.
Yep. We're going to get 19 for Matt.
Although if he's not applying enough, like the one bad thing is that Aether Vials are good because they allow you to just put out an army at once, but they are slowing him down. And if Matt locks in one of the one of the combos, he just gets a pretty good shot of the game.
Yep.
To explain really quick, Paul was saying some people are cutting Spreading Seas because of Ancestral Visions, and it's mainly because they expect to see a bunch of opponents playing Ancestral Visions, so he's going to see more islands.
So the thing is that, like, Spreading Seas does still have targets against Matt. Like, both the Ruins, the Tron pieces, and also the Colonnades are all pretty good things to
Yeah.
Spreading Seas.
I think Spreading Seas will always have at least a decent place, because, like, it's a disruption card.
But we're far removed from, like, the Eldrazi format where people were putting in, like, Seas claims in their sideboards.
Yeah. What is this going on?
Yeah,
Oh.
you'll also notice that that's the Thopter Foundry.
We've got the combo!
You'll also notice that Matt has double blue, but he doesn't actually have any islands in play right now.
Yeah. And that's very real from a Tron list of, I don't need that many islands when I can just play these Colonnades. He probably runs like 1 or 2 Hollow Fountains and like 1 island.
I would imagine it's more than that, but he can easily craft a game plan where he doesn't need to play his islands ever.
I imagine he has 4 Colonnade. Listen, you have the 12 base Tron land. Well, it depends, because some of the blue-white Tronlets are actually only running 4 towers, 3 mines, 3, the third one, power plants.
Yeah.
And that was the list that actually, like, did well at Baltimore.
Yeah.
Was not running the full 12, it was only running 10.
Nicholas is getting a little bit punished here because he chose not to tick up to 3, and then he drew Master of Waves. And he still has not found land number 2, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, well, that's one of these things about the Thopter Founder deck. It's kind of like Jund, where it's like, if you mess up anything, it's just going to punish you, because now he just gets so much value. He gained a life there, too.
Yep. Without, oh, that's just going to be great.
This is going to be like Soul Sisters on camera all over
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, Merfolk, like, if he can't get evasion and quickly, Nick is just dead.
Yeah. Well, because he's going to be swinging for 4. Well, he's swinging for 2 this turn, because wait, does Sword of the Meat give +1/+2? Yeah. So he's swinging for 2 this turn.
We're going to
These
activate...
Thopters, do these Thopters have flying or not?
We're going to activate the Vial and bounce the token with Harbinger.
He lost left early from Talisman, so he should be at 19 again. We
Yep.
did miss Talisman losing a
Oh,
life.
look at Nick with the life totals on screen for us.
Oh, that's convenient.
19 to 20. I'm gonna activate the Vial. Looks like a gross 7th edition Lord of Atlantis. That is one of the grosser Lord of Atlantis.
The art, or is the card?
It's just all of it. Everything about that card is horrendous.
Dude, if you're running a deck like this, you gotta run the ugly ones. Oh, there's the lands, so now you can activate his Mutavault.
Now, we do have... I mean, if there are 2 Lords in Nick's hand, Matt might be dead.
But he has 5 mana sources, so he gets 5 Thopters, and he doesn't have an island.
Spreading Seas.
Oh, now he will have an island.
Spreading Seas. Probably going to take out the Academy Runes, I would imagine.
It's gotta be Academy Runes or Colonnade, because Colonnade can swing next turn if he's, for some reason, not making Thopters.
I think if Matt activates Colonnade, Nick is pretty happy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, probably Academy Runes to knock the map out, because otherwise, if he's doing something extra, he gets to knock the map.
Yeah, he just activates Sword in response, so he's going to go 20. That's the wrong player.
Well, now we get to see who can race faster.
Yeah, two Lords here from Nick.
Do we know his hand?
No, we don't. I know there's a Master of Waves in there. Looks like 2 Spreading Seas.
He's gonna draw some cards.
Yeah, two Spreading Seas. Is that a Cavern of Souls?
Can we pull up Thopter Foundry really quick?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if the tokens have flying or anything about them.
They do. They're 1/1 Flying Spirits.
They're 1/1 blue
I'm in
floppers with
Thopters.
flying.
Yeah, blue
okay,
floppers.
so like they have the evasion
Yeah.
for the Merfolk, so he can't block anyways.
So Nick's hand is double Spreading Seas, Cavern of Souls, Master of Waves.
Does Lore of Atlantis give them Island Walk?
Yeah, I was just tricked out because he's using spirit tokens, but obviously they are Thopters, not spirits.
Wait, does Lore of the Atlantis give it Island Walk, or is he just the one that
Yeah,
gives
Lord of
them
Atlantis
+1/+1?
gives the one that only gives +1/+1 is Regery.
Okay.
Lord of Atlantis is like the 1/1 and Island Walk. It's also the one that gives your opponent's Merfolk's Island Walk as well. So you cut it in
case
the
you
mirror.
can turn those Thopters into Merfolk.
Yeah. Looks like we're just gonna get in.
Why might
for,
he just go all in? He
We're just
can't
gonna get
block.
in for 3 here. Yeah. Well. No, because Nick can. Matt can.
But
Yeah,
they have
I don't
Island
know.
Walk.
I don't know.
Oh, because he can Ghost Quarter his own Academy Ruins.
Well, now he can't. But he's gonna thirst for knowledge. But yeah.
Yeah. Previously, he could have Ghost Quartered his own. Thank you. Yeah, I saw that a little bit late.
Looks like we've got an Exorius Signet, some lands. Looks like a Remand, perhaps.
Also, the only reason I was uncertain if Thopter Foundry gives them flying or not is because Forbidden Orchard spirits do not have flying. And that trips me
Well,
up
these
every
aren't
time.
spirits, they're
I know.
Thopters.
Well, no, I know that, but I was saying I couldn't remember if Thopter Foundry actually gave them flying, because not every old card that gives
Like,
stuff that have flying actually does.
So Matt took 3 and then he gained a life.
So because there's, I said that I originally messed this up, and people are asking about the attacks. The reason why he didn't attack is because he could have Ghost Quartered his own Academy Runes. then he no longer has
Right.
Ingot
And
Plains.
then Matt can just eat all his
Yeah.
things.
And then he gets to tap, make 3 Thopters and eat his stuff. That's pretty good.
Looks like actually, is that an 18 or a 16 down there? Can you see?
It looks like 18 to 20.
Okay, yeah. So we have our life total correct.
Yeah, because he took 3, just gained some.
All right, this Master of Waves is going to be massive. I wouldn't be surprised just to see
But is it enough? Is the
activate,
question.
activate. I mean, activate. Spreading Seas. Silvergill's a good draw. Oh, 4th Aether Vial is not a good draw.
Guys, we're doing it with the Aether Vials. How many?
I think Nicholas would have much rather had 4 lands and 2 Aether Vials than the other way around.
Do you Aether Vial the? Do you now do it on the colonnade?
Oh, is he ghost quartering? Is he?
No, it's the colonnade.
Yeah, okay.
He knows that one.
Yeah, it looked like he was pointing to the ghost quarter, and I didn't like that play at all.
Does he have Cavern of Souls in hand?
He does have a Cavern of Souls in hand.
That's pretty good.
I don't know. He hasn't been choosing to play it.
Well, he has Aether Vials, which do the same thing, basically.
Right, but he's had that in hand for like 3 turns now.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like, I can't think of a downside to playing it. Merfolk name, probably. I would imagine. I guess you
Name
can also
ape.
name Phantasm.
Phantasm. If you're Eldrazi, you can name Ape.
Yep, for Simeon Spirit Guide.
Swing.
Looks like he feels a little bit safer here, which makes sense. Swing for 1, 2, 3,
Well, he's
4,
actually
5,
with
6,
his Lord
7,
just
8.
in case. Oh, because of the path.
It looks like we're gonna make him pay another mana for it. Which maybe says Mana Leak is in hand?
But he doesn't have mana to cast Mana Leak.
No, you're right, he doesn't. He just lets it resolve. What the heck was that?
I guess he wants me to make as many Thopters as possible?
So 6 damage is coming into Matt.
Did he not block it?
He has Island Walk.
Oh.
It's an interesting play.
Oh, he didn't play Cavern because... did he just draw Island into Cavern?
No, he's had Cavern in hand for like 3 turns. And he has had Island in play for longer than that.
No, he just went Spreading Seas. He's the only played Spreading Seas last turn and not this turn.
Right, but he was stuck on
Oh.
one land for so many turns. There's no way he didn't have both of those lands in his hand at the same time.
It's fair. We just want to
Oh,
misrepresent.
looks like Elish Norn.
Elish Norn just wrath the board.
Elish Norn is going to be pretty good here.
Is Elish Norn just GG?
Well,
Because it wraths his board. And it wraths anything else he could do.
did I spell it wrong?
ELESH. You forgot to...
No.
Hello, Oberon.
Yeah, that's... If the game wasn't already over, that probably seals the deal. Looks like we're going to get in for 7 here.
Those Thopters are huge. Yeah, because Master of Waves just instant dies. All the creatures come in, insta-die.
No, he's got no outs. Like, Dismember doesn't work.
Yeah, I guess he's just trying to see more of Matt's deck. Oh, Phantasmal Lizard copying Elish Norn.
That's pretty good.
Got him. What is he writing? I think it's Blue-White Tron. I believe it's pretty close to...
He's got Esper. There's got to have Esper because he's got
well,
Unburial Rights.
Yeah, when you play in Burial Rights, you just play black for it. We really probably should just put Blue-White, like Gifts Tron. Oh, and he gets to path Phantasmal Image, so now that's probably...
Trigger.
game.
Trigger indeed. Yeah, Nick is dead next turn. Very, very much dead next turn in the air.
Yeah. Did we even deduct from his life total the last...
I did. He just took 7. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's it. He's just gonna pack it up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it looks to me like this does not super special feel like the matchup that Merfolk wants to be playing against.
Nah, Ellis Norton kind of makes you sad.
Which is interesting because before Thopter Sword, I kind of would have said that like sort of slow blue decks were one of the better matchups for Merfolk.
Well, so the problem is like Ellis Norton makes like just wrecks your board. And also like Blue White Tron previously was known for having mostly good matchups except for Red Green Tron. Like the reason why no one was playing is because you just lost to Red Green Tron. But other than that, it actually had pretty good matchups
Merfolk?
versus a lot of the Espertron.
Okay.
The Gift Tron
Because
deck.
like I actually think the green-red
Yeah.
Merfolk
Merfolk
Tron
wrecks it.
matchup is good. Like,
Yeah.
it's great.
No, if I said
Like,
Merfolk,
if you can fade the
yeah.
card Pyroclasm, you probably just win.
Yeah, I might have said the wrong card. I was thinking Espertron. Like, Blue-White Giftstron was a good deck versus most of the field, but it just lost so hard to the red-green version. But now that the red-green version isn't seeing as much play, this deck can kind of just run rampant for a little bit.
Yeah, Tuxedo Duck, the gifts package in this deck seems like way better than in previous Tron iterations,
Yeah.
because you can just get...
I guess he's not running Mindslaver then. He's probably just running the only Unburial Rights Adopter
You don't
Sword.
need Mindslaver.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you just need 2 of the 3.
Yeah, Mindslaver is just like really superfluous, but if you just get like Sword, Foundry, Academy Ruins, and then whatever.
Crucible. You have to have Crucible for that to work. Or you could just get an Expedition map and get your second Academy Ruins.
Yeah,
don't want to spend
you
70
got
bucks on Crucible.
Yeah.
I don't think they have deck lists anywhere.
Yeah,
could
we're probably-
ask Matt for his deck list.
We're probably not going to be able to get another deck tech in, but Matt's deck list looks like very similar to other blue-white Tron lists that I've seen.
Yeah.
He just seems to have cut some of the cards like Mindslaver for cards like Thopter Sword.
If you look at the Baltimore Modern Classic, there's a Blue-White Trons list in the top, like, 16, I believe. And his list seems to be fairly similar to Matt's. So if you want to get close, I would check that one. Also, Buried Ruin does do it, but we have not seen him play a Buried Ruin.
I mean, we've also not seen him play...
Crucible, we saw him play Expedition Map.
Right. Well, he's obviously playing
Yeah,
Expedition.
but this
Map.
thing's like Expedition Map is the 4th piece of that, because I'm pretty sure he's running 2 Academy Ruins.
He does have Mindslaver?
Oh, maybe he's just running all combo. Just gifts for win.
It just seems to me, this list seems like way less dependent on Tron than other Tron lists I've seen.
Well, yeah.
I don't think we've seen him assemble Tron on camera yet, have we?
No. Yeah, he did. He did at the end of the last game, but it was when he already run.
Fair enough.
Like, he was already ahead game 1 and assembled it. Oh, yeah, he did pitch my Slaver there, so he's probably just running... Oh, I guess, yeah, if you're running Academy Ruins already, it doesn't hurt to play 1. I guess that does make more sense. I'm stupid. But,
Hey, don't be so down on yourself. You're only a little bit stupid.
thanks.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Paul. Tron seems a little bit out of place. Because you're not running the payoff cards like
I think the thing is, like,
Condescends or anything like that.
Tron really just lets you power through Elishnorn and Iona if you, for some reason, miss the gifts I'm given.
The problem is that Matt's deck seems way worse at finding Tron than other Tron decks. Like,
That's fair.
It just
Well-
seems like he can't hit Tron very consistently. We haven't seen him hit it before turn, 9.
Also, if you have to fast race, though, 7 mana for Thopters is really good. Like, this deck is only running... If he's running the similar one to the Baltimore one, the Baltimore one was only running 10 pieces, 4 towers,
Sure.
2 mines, 2 power plants. So it's basically saying, like, this helps me win when I can't, and I don't need the extra blue and white mana anyways.
All right, Seacrum Coast, gonna pass it back to Nick. Nick's going to draw. Looks Curse Catcher off the top. We're just going to play that.
Also, if I remember correctly, we saw him on camera earlier. Did he have any counter spells?
I see a Dispel in his hand.
Yeah, I thought he had a few, but they were, like, really basic ones.
I see a Dispel in his hand right now. It's like a Tron piece and an Expedition map. And are we going to get an activation? What is that card on the right of Nick's hand? It's an old card. Is it a Hercules Recall?
Yeah.
It's got to be a Hercules Recall.
I believe the consensus is Matt doesn't need Tron to win, but it's just... It gives the deck an alternate path to do everything.
Yeah, I think Tron is a little out of place. I think I would rather just having consistent mana and being able to play cards like Cryptic Command.
Yeah, but I guess if you're not running Tron, then you're not running Mindslaver, which is fine. I think this deck also works very well just as a blue-white control deck.
What do you think about that? A path on the Curse Catcher.
Depends on what else is in his hand.
Yeah, that would signify to me that he had more removal in hand, but it doesn't look like that's true, actually. So, we are going to get in for 1 here. Take him down to 19. And we're going to have a second main, third Curse Catcher.
I think he just also doesn't want his stuff getting that countered. Like, if he has a Remand or a Thirst for Knowledge, or what's in his hand? He's
got a Thirst. He's got
So-
Thirst, he's got a Sword that I can see.
He probably wanted to try to power through his Thirst for Knowledge.
They're beta. Paul, what are you talking about? He's got beta basics. They're fine.
Let's just keep him on as long as possible to tilt Paul.
Paul's banned. Oh, he's got he has non-matching basics. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Also, is that a beta basic and then a full art basic?
It's a beta basic and then a foil full art basic. Looks like we're going to go to 17. For a shock. So, Matt went shock pass, so that's pretty strongly representing the Thirst of Knowledge he's got in his hand. It looks like we went end of turn, just a 2/2 flash. And we're going to looks like I see an Aether Vial in Nick's hand. That's probably going to get cast this turn as well. We're going to Spreading Seas on, I would imagine, the Tron piece.
Yeah, unless he doesn't want him to have double white for some reason. But no, it looks like the Tron piece.
It's exactly one beta basic. Oh, look at that unlimited island. All right, we're going to get in for 4 here. Looks like we're going to have some sort of response. We've got responses.
Snapcaster.
What do you think about this Ambush Viper? What do you think?
Snapcaster Path seems good.
Snapcaster, Path the Harbinger.
He's gonna get countered. He's got a sack.
He's got Hercule's Recall. Yeah, you got to sack the Path. I mean,
I guess you can let it resolve.
no.
What does Harbinger of Tides do again? It's just a 2/1. If not,
It's a 2/2.
It's a 2/2. Doesn't it just get blocked by Snapcaster if you don't? Like, no matter what, like, he's gonna eat 2 of his guys.
Okay,
I'd
yeah.
rather get the island out of it. Like, he's going to block it
That's
anyways.
fair. Yep. Looks like Matt's going to take another 1.
Yeah. So
Maybe
it's-
2. I could see him choosing not to block here.
Yeah. I think the main thing is if you sack the Curse Catcher to counter the Path to Exile, he's just gonna block the Harbinger.
Hey, all of my basics are 8th edition in my Kiki Cord deck. That's true. But at least they match.
Gotta have the 1 unmatching.
So we blocked and we took 1 down to 16.
Alright. What did he... Is that a Ghost Quarter? What is that card in his hand?
That's a Ghost Quarter from Commander.
That's why. Oh, and now he has an unglued one. Does he have any 2 matching basics in his
No,
deck?
he does not. Get wrecked, Paul Green.
Wait, what is this basic from?
8th is the best possible choice. That looks like a 7th edition in his hand right now.
Swing for 1. I like it. Swing for 1 and pass. Oh, he's getting kind of mad. Well, I guess he did get path twice.
Yeah, he hasn't drawn all those lands. Eighth edition's dope. Anyone who says otherwise is a hater.
It's alright.
Alright, looks like we've got another Tron piece here, but unfortunately it's a duplicate Tron piece. Also that one, I guess that's fine because it's Spreading Seized.
He still has not cracked his expedition map, though.
Yeah, he's probably waiting to see which of the 2 he's missing he draws first. He doesn't have a pressing need for mana, so there's really no reason to crack the map.
I also guess he doesn't want to throw whatever land he gets from it into a Spreading Seas.
Also, Nicholas is doing exactly nothing.
Yeah, well, he's swinging for 1. Is that a... Oh, that's a cage.
That's a Grafdigger's Cage coming into play.
That's really good. So he can't get anything back with Gifts Ungiven, can't target stuff with Academy Ruins. Can he? No, he can target stuff with Academy Ruins.
No, you can. Cards can't enter the battlefield from graveyards or libraries.
So
it shuts off his reanimation package. It shuts off the sword.
Yeah. It's just have everything but Mindslaver lock. Which is kind of relevant, actually.
Paul really does not like Aether Vial as a Magic card. Gifts ungiven.
Are we gonna see the Mindslaver lock here?
We don't have Academy Runes.
Yeah, but
I imagine you could just go for value here.
he has a Thought Knot Seer. Engineered Explosives is really good.
He also has a Supreme Verdict, but like...
But Engineered Explosives is the same thing as Supreme Verdict right now, but better.
Yeah. I imagine you just go for... He does have Crucible.
Yeah.
I imagine you just go for value here. You don't actually need Sun. Like you might see just a split that's just like Mindslaver, like Explosives, Sun Titan.
I would be guessing Mindslaver, Explosives, Academy Ruins, Crucible.
It looks like he's going for the Crucible.
Yeah, it's
Well,
pure value.
Crucible doesn't do anything.
Crucible gets him back Academy Ruins.
You can't play lands from your graveyard.
Creature cards can't enter the battlefield. Players can't. You're not. Is it casting it? Because it's a.
No, it's not actually. It's not
it's a
casting
land
it.
play.
Yeah, it doesn't actually. Yeah, Grafdigger's Cage does not actually interact with Crucible.
Strange phrasing. Strange things. Yeah, actually, on the rules text 415/2013, the second ability does not stop players from playing lands from graveyards or libraries since lands aren't cast.
Yeah, I'm actually. The chat is correcting me, and they're right. Grafdigger's Cage doesn't interact with Sword either. Because Sword is also not a creature.
Yeah, it's not cast.
Yep. Well, it's not a creature.
Yeah, I guess his arg.
Yeah, you put it into play.
Oh, he did get the Sun Titan though. It's okay. So we both had some missteps with Cage. Cage is a confusing card. Wait. Oh, yeah, I guess you can't play Dryad Armor from your graveyard because you cast it as a creature. Wait, no, I thought it counted as a land drop. Oh, no, but a creature can't enter the battlefield from graveyard libraries.
creatures
Yeah,
can't enter.
that's Paul's trolling.
No, Paul was just
No,
saying
Paul's
exactly
right,
what was
but-
correct.
Paul is right, but
So, with this split here,
did he not get...
I think Sun Titan's got to go to graveyard. And yeah, Explosives is probably just too good. This is a very good Gifts Ungiven for Matt.
Yeah. Really good value. And he has the mana to just untap and cast Sun Titan.
Looks like he just drew Academy Ruins naturally off the top.
Not that good draws.
Not that that matters.
No, that's a
He has
Secret Ghost, isn't it?
No, it's an Academy Ruins.
Oh, that one. Okay, he puts it on the other side of his hand than I do.
Academy Ruins right off the top is just very, very good here.
Just straight value. What is he casting there? Just keep going for the sword.
It's a Thopter Foundry.
That was an absurd... This deck has absurdly good Gifts Ungiven packages now.
Nicholas has also just drawn very poorly.
Yeah.
It looks like he drew a Mana Leak there. So we've got in hand Hercule's Recall and Mana Leak. Oh, is that... No, that's actually a Lord of Atlantis. Paul, would you like to talk about how none of Nicholas's Lords of Atlantis match either?
Oh, really? Ha!
He's got a 7th edition, a 6th edition, I forgot the other, a 3rd edition maybe, and a 7th, and yeah, that's like a...
One from Everything Possible. He does the tilt.
That's not 6th edition, that's 7th edition, Paul. Come on.
Can you see the symbol, or how can you tell?
I know that's a 7th edition island.
Oh. So he goes for the combo breaker. We forgot to start the clock.
You weren't supposed to notice that. Yeah, the spirit, the what? I don't even know what
Is that a
token
mirror?
that is.
I think that's a mirror token.
It's not any better than the spirit.
So you just grab whatever tokens are there.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like relevant because like the Thopters have relevant text.
You can use Beldomes.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Magnemites.
Yeah, if you're gonna use official Magic tokens, use the right Magic tokens. I think is the moral of this story. All right, we're gonna get in there for 2. Looks like. $188.
Yeah, Matt just... Did he just say tap? What did he just...
He attacked.
Oh, it looked like he was doing something with his hand, though, that I was confused.
Hurkyl's Recall, actually. I can't tell. I don't know if this is before damage or...
It's gotta be before damage.
No, there's definitely an argument for doing it end of turn. Oh, did he Hurkyl's Recall himself in response to...
Engineered explosives?
I think he Hurkyl's Recalled himself in response to Engineered Explosives. Can you do that? Is that a legal play?
Yeah, you can target yourself.
Hurkyl's... Okay. Thanks,
Oh, hold on, you can change it here. You just click it here.
We're now a French stream. Je m'en fous.
Surprise! I think because he didn't want his cage being blown up.
So it looks like it's 11 to 18 is the life totals that Nick has got.
He did beat down a lot with that. Yeah, I'm guessing he almost had to do that. I guess he's trying to think he can possibly race the Thopters, but he can't race a reanimated Elishnorn.
There's no Elishnorn in the graveyard.
Yeah, but like that's his other option.
There's a Sun Titan.
Because I guess reanimating Sun Titan. Because he made it very clear he really wanted to keep Grafdigger's cage.
Alright, we're going to get another life here from Matt. He's going to go up to 12. He's going to untap. Oh, it looks like he's going to crack that map for a Plains. That might symbolize him having Elishnorn in play. I mean, in hands, rather. I don't know why you would do that otherwise.
Yeah, that's a good question.
What's the question?
What?
Oh, why he would do that?
Yeah, he might just have an Elishnorn in hand. Does he have the mana to cast it?
He's got 2 white sources in hand. Crucible?
Academy Hero.
Not this version. There are obviously some Thopter decks that do play Tez. Oh, that makes a lot more sense, Mega Steinfeld.
Does he still? Where's his map at? Or did he never play one? I guess he never played one this game.
No, he definitely had a map in play. He might have socked it to the Thopter sword though.
That had to have been the first artifact he sacked then in order to get the sword back to get it going.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine a world where Nick wins this game.
Yeah, because he's drawing kind of dead right now. Because Matt doesn't even have an island. Ooh, that's an Engineered Explosives.
Yep.
On
he
one.
He Academy runs it.
Yep.
And we're going to blow up all the things. Grafdigger's Cage as well. Going to get in there for, looks like 3, 4, 5.
So painful. Oh yeah, Tezzeret also went up to $50.
Yeah.
Things and stuff are good.
Looks like we missed another swing there. So he's actually at 8.
Did he just swing for 3?
4.
Swing with Mutavault?
He did attack with Mutavault.
So it's 8 to 12.
Yep, it's 12.
So much life gain.
Yeah. Looks like...
Scoop, because
that's gonna
lethal on board?
Scoop him up for
Because he just made 6 more tokens.
Nick. Alright. You want to go out there and see if we can find another match?
How much time is left? Oh, we don't even know how
We
much
don't
time
know,
is
but I
left.
imagine
Sure.
that was a fairly... I imagine there's
was
probably
pretty
like
fast.
20 minutes left in the round, 25, something along that line.
Yeah, let's go drop this on the match.
Yeah, Thopter's Sword is definitely powerful enough to play without Tezzeret. Yeah, Cubs fan, welcome to the stream. We're up to 126 right now. It's pretty sweet. Everyone's excited about the new modern format. New being a relative term. And as soon as I said that, everyone jettisoned out of there as the match ended.
Everyone is either done or in the middle of game 3.
How much time is left?
I didn't check.
You had one job, and that wasn't it. So we're going to try to get you another match tonight. Another match this round. We might not. Third Eye 89. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to MTGCardmarket, the streaming. That's a thing I just made up. It wasn't that good. Yeah, we actually, so like, I think Merfolk is the most like normal modern deck that we've seen tonight that we wouldn't have been surprised to see like 2 weeks ago, right? We had this thanks for the follow, Oberon. We've had this Gifts on Giving Tron deck with Thopter Sword. We had sort of a Death Shadow almost control deck. We had Thingam the Ice. We had Merfolk. What was the deck? Naya Coco is actually a deck we would have seen before. Yeah.
Okay, who have we not seen up here? We can try to find one of them to put on.
We haven't seen Matt.
What is Nathan running?
Nathan is probably running. He's probably running the deck you have.
Coco?
The other one with the artifacts.
And Nausea? Lantern?
Lantern Control. Nathan usually runs Lantern Control.
Do you want to commentate on that?
No. Well, it's not that I don't want to commentate on that. The chat hates it.
Oh, that's fair. Hi, Cubs fan. I do remember.
You just waved to nothing.
I know, I just waved to nothing. I thought it was back on us.
Cubs fan, Eric just waved at you. I'm going to turn it back to the booth right now so he can actually wave to you. Welcome back to the booth here at MTG Card Market. We're in the middle of round 3. We might get you another match in round 3, but we're definitely going to have another match in round 4, which is probably coming up in about 15 minutes or so.
Yeah, probably only about like 10 now, but actually we're probably not even going to time. All the matches look pretty advanced board state in game 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Eric just went like this, and we weren't in the booth view, so...
I try.
I saw, and I appreciated it. So what do you think? What do you think about Thopter? Does it feel like the right power level? How does it feel to you?
It doesn't feel broken. Like, it's gonna make Burn not as good. Oh no, I don't have the biggest thing for Burn.
I has a sad, I guess.
I think it's fine. There's a lot of ways to deal with it. There's a lot of ways to keep it continually off the field. We're gonna see a little bit more graveyard hate. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see how the meta adjusts now, because there's gonna be a lot of splash hate for Sword. Like, you're gonna have Stony Silence, you're gonna have graveyard hate. Like, you're probably gonna see a lot more Rest in Pieces, Nile Spell Bombs, Relics.
The decks that are hurt the most by its inclusion in the format seem to me to be decks like Nyx. Like Merfolk decks, just like pretty generic creature beatdown strategies that aren't super fast.
He got really close to beating it game 1. If he didn't also have the Unburial Rites Realis Norn, he probably would have won game 1. And then game 2 he drew terribly. So like,
that's true.
He was not actually as disadvantaged as that match appeared to be, because he was drawing kind of poorly. Also because the Tron version could just do all that much stuff with the extra mana. So like, obviously Merfolk does take somewhat of a hit for the Thopter Sword deck because he gains life and can chump block for days if he doesn't have an island. But like, that's more specifically for the Tron variant, because like the blue-white version has to run islands. Right. So anything with Island Walk is just getting throughs, and you can race him gaining 5 life a turn, because each one of your creatures are dealing 5 a turn.
Right. I mean, the best part about Merfolk is you have Aether Vial in your deck, and the worst part about Merfolk is you have Aether Vial in your deck. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get terrible top days, but so good of top decks, so good of early starts.
I mean, the only reason, like, Nick had drawn 3 Aether Vials, no, like, 1 land game 1, and he almost got there with that.
Mm-hmm. And it's also like, I think Burn does get worse, but like Burn's also pretty good versus like the slower Ancestral Visions decks that aren't able to gain as much life or interact as much, because it's slightly easier for you to count to 20 versus them. But I think it's no longer tier 1. I think it's back to tier 2, tripping up people. Yeah.
See, because like, I don't know that it's accurate to say that it's been burn. It's been tier 1 for so long. I do not think burn was playable in the Eldrazi meta.
No, but it was tier 1 right before Eldrazi.
Sure,
And then Eldrazi
sure.
knocked it out to like
Sure.
tier non-existent, like it did
but
every other deck.
but my roommate is a burn player, and he just like legitimately stopped playing modern because he's like, I can't. This deck is just too bad.
Yeah, you
right
just,
now,
like-
especially when they were running chalices.
Yeah. No, Burn is definitely playable still, but it's no longer like I no longer expect to see it in like top 8 or top 16 of every tournament.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because previously, like you could just expect to see Burn in the top 16 of almost any modern tournament.
I also don't think I saw any burn out there tonight.
No.
I've taken a couple passes, and that's cool. That means that there are some slots in my Kiki Cord deck that can be other things.
I also think Burn's one of those things where it'll come back. People are trying to see how hostile, like, because I think what a lot of people are trying to figure out is like, is Thopter Foundry a big enough deck and a persistent enough deck that it's going to be playing a lot? Because if like the most represented deck in a meta is going to be Thopter Foundry, you're not going to play Burn. But if the most represented deck is American Control or Grixis Control,
Burn's pretty good against those.
yeah,
decks.
you play Burn and you jam it. So like you gained one really good matchup is now going to be overrepresented, but you also gained a bad matchup that might only be represented. So it's going to be a meta call as to which you think is going to be played more.
Yeah. Oh, we saw Mill. Mill too.
we also
That's
saw
the
Mill.
other one we saw.
The other thing though is you lost one of your best matchups because Green Red Tron is no longer being played.
Cubs fan. I mean, my list is pretty standard. But I actually have not worked out what it's going to be post Eldrazi. Like, the list still has one Obstinate Bailoff and one Big Game Hunter in the main.
Bailoff is still probably fine. Well, not in the main, but
Obviously, that's not going to be the case.
Courser?
Courser, you're already running 2 Coursers.
okay.
Courser is a very underrated Magic card. I feel like the games I play Courser, I win more often than I don't. It's just so good.
Well, yeah, it's pretty good, but also like the games you play Courser are not going to be versus aggro matchups unless you get sad, and it's the only play
Games
for your
against
turn 3.
Courser's great against aggro.
I wouldn't want to be playing. Oh, okay. I guess for me, aggro.
Corso
infect.
is great.
Sorry,
Courser,
my view
yeah.
on this is skewed because for
Courser-
me, my aggro deck is infect.
Courser
so, like,
is great against aggro. It's a big-butted blocker that comes down
Is it
on
good
turn
against
2
Affinity?
and starts block. It's not awful. You don't board it out.
yeah.
But I'm not sure what's going to be going in those slots. I don't know if I'm going to want to be on a 2 Kiki Jiki version. I don't want to know if I'm going to be on the 1 Kiki Jiki version. Really, I'm going to give the meta like a couple weeks to shake out, because right now, from what we're seeing, there's just a lot of random things going on in Modern.
Yeah, so this is almost like the first week of a new format. So you're gonna see a lot of like the new fun decks that are like suddenly it's like, oh, I can now play this. It's kind of like how like the first week of Standard is always like run by aggro decks and run by like the cool new combo like big decks. So like Modern is kind of similar. You're gonna see a lot of decks playing Ancestor Visions because yay, Blue Mages can now play Ancestor Visions, which I think is awesome. I don't think that card was power level to be banned, and nor do I think Thopter Foundry was. And you're
Well,
gonna see a lot
okay,
of
so before cards like Stony Silence existed, before
Yeah.
cards like Abrupt Decay existed, Thopter Foundry was too good.
yeah, I think Thopter Foundry could have been banned a year ago.
Like,
if not,
I mean,
two,
Sword of
and
the Meek,
still
not
been
Thopter
fine.
Foundry.
Yeah.
That's the Sword of the Meek.
I think Sword of the Meek could have been banned, could have been unbanned at least over a year ago.
Like a lot of the like these are actually both cards that I've been saying I thought could be unbanned for quite some time. Like people say that we're very concerned because like they're like, well, Thopter Sword is good enough for Legacy. It's a very good card combination in Legacy. But the difference is in Legacy you get to play the card Force of Will.
yeah,
And that like that's not irrelevant. That's like the only reason that deck is competitive at all.
yeah, and like even then, like it doesn't see very much representation at all because they were just better Force of Will decks in Legacy.
Sure.
Whereas like now in Modern, it's like, all right, so I want to play control deck. What am I worried about for the meta? If you're worried about burn, you play a Thopter control deck because it's like, oh, I can just gain life and they can't kill me. If you're worried about like combo decks, you're gonna want to be playing more American Control, where you can like burn like the Coco decks, for example. Like you can burn their 1-drops, you can path their combo pieces, and then you have removal to just whatever they're doing. You just counter and remove. So like you now have a variety of control decks you have to worry about facing. So like you have to worry about facing all those decks.
So what do you think are the sort of pillars of the format now? Like what's tier 1?
That's really hard with the meta because like people keep saying Grixis Control is going to be good, but like it's hard for us to tell tonight because no one here is playing it.
Yeah, I don't see anyone playing Grixis Control.
I think Scape Shift is pretty good now. If you're so it's really going to depend because the meta's like I think we're not going to know tier 1 for 3 more weeks. Because right now the meta is doing the fluctuation where it's like, oh, all these new blue cards are unbanned. So all
Yeah.
the decks you're going to see are either going to be blue decks playing these cards or decks made to beat these blue decks. Like, that's why at the top SCG Modern thing, there was like 3 copies of Infect in the top 8 or like top 10.
When's
Because-
our first like major modern tournament?
Oh,
We have Grand Prix Indianapolis.
so you have
in
the
a couple months.
You have the invitation. You have day 2 of the
the
invitational.
day 2 of the Invitational,
which is going to be pretty large, but that's also going to be skewed because that kind of
Because
matters
it's
depending on what
double
standard
format,
decks.
yeah.
So it's simple format, but like you will see what a lot of good players want to be playing. I know there at the end of the month on the 30th there is a SCG Open in Wisconsin that's going to be pretty large.
Right, Cubs, and the Invitational is this weekend, but like we were saying, it's hard to draw like conclusions from that because you'd have to dig very deep into the data to see exactly how good
Yeah.
the modern decks are.
Well, what you'd wind up looking into is I want to see the data on representation rather than top 8 modern decks, or because SCG sometimes produces results weird. Like ideally they'll produce it by like how you did in modern, but they tend to do like first, second, third place players. So like you can have someone who went 3-0 in standard and then 1-2 in modern and is
Right.
still in like the
That's
top
what I mean.
32.
You have to look at like what their modern record was, and I don't know
Yeah.
if that SCG typically gives us that. I mean, I suppose you can go back round by round and reconstruct
Yeah.
their record, but that's a lot of work.
But like you also want to see like it's not maybe not like the data they give you afterwards, but like the actual data they provide like during the stream. You should be able to tell some stuff. Like if they're putting cameras on like the top players, like it does help to know like what some of like the like pros are playing.
Sure. It absolutely it absolutely does matter that like the players who test the most Magic think these are the best decks.
Yeah, like that does skew results somewhat though, because they almost have like a slight intermix where it's like everyone finds one good deck and then runs it. Like we saw that at the Pro Tour where suddenly everyone's running the same list of Eldrazi, or everyone's running like this other list of Eldrazi. So like you do get some stuff like that where suddenly all the pros think Ancestral Vision is awesome. We all went on Ancestral Visions. You're gonna get like 20 of the same decks.
I
in
mean,
Ancestral
what
Visions.
what happened at the Pro Tour was just three teams of pros independently came up with a different Eldrazi disc,
Yeah.
and it turned out that Ayavugan, Eldrazi
Yeah.
Temple plus Reality Smasher and Thought Not Seer was just too
And then,
good.
and then you have
And it
Frank
didn't-
processor
right,
build, which
it
is
didn't-
only won because it was good. Well, not only build, like it won
But-
because it was good against the mirror.
Right, it just ended up not mattering at all, like
Yeah.
what the other cards were. I mean, it mattered a little bit. Like Chalice of the Void was a very good choice for that tournament, and we sort of saw that card rotating out of decks after that tournament. But we've got another pairing.
Oh, you should go run
But
out there.
it sort of like didn't matter.
Want to put Nathan on then? Oh wait, is he running land?
Yeah, he's running Lantern. We're gonna put. I guess we're gonna put him on. Alejandro and Nathan.
All right, we're gonna put the new match on that's in the top 3, which is going to be Nathan. So we might be commentating on Lantern Control, but he might be running Thopter Foundry, so we can see how that goes. He's a very good pilot of it though, so like it's going to go fast. If you don't like it, we're sorry, but we're trying to also represent top decks since this is the new meta, so we want to show you guys what you can be expecting to face. And unfortunately, you might wind up having to face that. Yeah, sorry, I know not all of you guys are going to be favored, but like one of the things we do try to do on the stream, especially because it's the new week of Modern, is show you guys who's winning, and then you can be prepared at your tournaments to deal with them. Also, as a reminder, while we're kind of on a slight break, check us out at the SCG Invitational if you are going there. MTGCardmarket is going to have a booth there, so stop by and say hi. We will be selling and buying. And check out our website whenever you're looking for Magic cards. We have a very large stock, and if you're ever in Chicago near the Belmont area, come on by. We do Modern every Wednesday, Legacy every Thursday, so there will also be a Legacy stream tomorrow. And let's see if he actually is running Lantern, or if Shay decides to grab something different. It'll be interesting, because the other top decks we've already seen, so we want to get you guys something new. Although, I don't know that all of you would care if we wound up commentating on, like, Tron the entire time. We gotta spice it up a little bit. TX Ranger, hello again. We have quite a variety of... He's asking about the meta. We have quite a variety of the meta. We have different collecting company decks. We have few different Ancestral Visions decks. I know some people were testing, but weren't actually playing, like, Scape Shift with Ancestral Visions.
We got Thing in the Ice.
We got Thing in the Ice. If you
guys missed the Thing in the Ice match, please go back and watch it in the VODs. It's quite entertaining.
Yes.
But right now, we're going to go back down to the play area. We've got Nathan Mullen. He's going to be playing against Alejandro Younger.
Oh, so yeah, just to bring this up again, watch when this ends. You can go back and watch the previous videos, and it's going to be on YouTube probably within 24 hours. If you guys missed it, there was a Thing in Ice horror deck. We got it on camera. We got a deck tech of it, so go back and check that out.
We did have the deck tech up. That was pretty sweet.
What is the ignored follow?
I don't know. If we ignored you, we're sorry. I don't know what that means.
So this should be fun. Also, yeah, you can always tell Nathan by the tats. So it'll be interesting. I play Lantern Control. Shay plays Lantern Control. So
We're both like fairly experienced Lantern Control players.
we also understand how tilting it is to play against.
I don't think it's tilting. I think it's awesome.
You like playing against
I
that deck?
love playing against
The
that deck.
mirror is one of the most tilting
It's really
matchups.
skill testing.
Yeah, I know, but I hate it. It's fun, but it takes a lot.
Viagra Rex. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, Nathan likes his body to look incredibly well
I think it's
decorated.
got some new ones since I've seen.
Yeah, he and my roommate Zeke actually went to there was a little like pop-up tat place, and I know they went together.
Oh, was it a? Oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
This is round number 4.
Oh,
of
this
4.
is not. This is not Thopter. The
He
Lantern
is,
Control.
he's playing Coco.
Oh, I guess we get Coco then.
He's playing Bant Coco.
You
it
guys are
looks like.
saved.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Bant Collected Company to me.
Or he's trolling and just playing Lantern with fetches and Noble Hierarchs.
Yeah. What is it? Can you see what Alejandro's playing?
No, I didn't get a chance to see. Also, all of chat is rejoicing. Oh, okay, so apparently you can type in rejoice and woo in all caps, and it won't caps block you.
Yeah.
So there is a limit to how much caps we can use. Nant Coco. I like Nant Coco from Nathan.
I see Hierarchs. It looks like Infect. Oh, Alejandro's on Infect. We
Okay,
We were
yeah.
talking to him earlier.
So we will have Infect versus Coco, and if he is the Malira, if he has Malira anywhere in there, that's gonna really screw up Alejandro.
All right, we're going to start out with a fetch land for Nathan. He's going to go down to 19.
Also, in my experience, Infect has been doing wonderful in this meta, and I don't know what Alejandro's faced, but it's pretty good. You get to dodge a lot of this. When it's a slower deck, you just get free wins.
Looks like a lot of lands in hand.
Is that a Ganjo Castle?
It's a Ganjo Castle.
So he's
probably
playing Geist Coco.
Geist of St. Traff for sure.
Geist also seems really good at racing Ancestral Visions. Remember, people playing Ancestral Visions, you have to survive to turn 5 in order for it to do anything.
Yep, looks like we're going to draw off the Gataxian Probe, probably play a land, and we've got the Noble Hierarch. Do you think the Noble Hierarch start is preferable to, like, the Glistener Elf start?
Yes.
You do? Okay.
Does he have a path in hand, too?
He just drew a path.
Yeah. So, Noble Hierarch tends to be better than Glistener Elf because it makes you go more explosive. It leads to a higher percentage of turn 3 kills through interaction.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I have played almost no Infect, so...
Yeah. Also, it allows stuff like this to occur, where you can just play a lot of things and go fast and still hold up protection. That's the most important thing about the Noble Hierarch spell, is you get to hold up protection. Because, like, here, if he had Glistener Elf, it would have been Paths or something, whereas now he got to use the Glistener Elf and still have protection up for his Blighted Agent. And, like, in a matchup like this, where it's just a race, having to be able to play your guys with protection from removal is so important.
Mm-hmm. That's a fair point.
One of the reasons to turn 1 probe is to see what is the safest play to do. I will turn 1 probe if I'm debating between playing something out or not. It's not necessarily necessary. It's not really needed before playing the Noble Hierarch. But for if you're debating between like Glistener Elf, Noble Hierarch, or fetching for a tap land and then untapping and playing one of those with protection, there can be a lot of reasons to run it just to get more information. I didn't get quite a good look at Alejandro's hand to know if I would have done the same, but turn 1 probe is fine in that deck. You just need to get as many cards as possible.
Tapping to the left. I've never, that's not a thing I've ever thought about before. In general, I think everyone would be better off if they stopped, like, caring about how other people play with their cards.
Lands in front all day.
Lands
in front of my
in
artifacts
front.
of Lantern Control. Which is really important.
Geist hits the table. That's pretty good. I mean, that's what you need. You need to be able to race here.
I think my favorite build of Infect, not the best build,
But then
I'm going to
again,
say.
Nathan might just be dead here.
Yeah.
He could very easily just be dead. Probably not with only 1 green source.
Oh, he has
though.
2 green sources. If he goes Might and another pump spell.
So that's attack for 6 there, and looks like
And that's
a become immense. Oh, that's a ground spell.
that's a ground spell, so that's lethal, because Exalted.
Yep. So that's exactly 10, right?
Yeah.
And that would be the ball game.
That is the turn 3 I was talking about.
Yep.
One of the reasons why Noble Hierarch helps you get a more consistent. Infect is just so explosive right now, and like that'll just win through a lot of decks.
Yep. And like, the Geist is what you need to do. It's makes you a lot better in this matchup than some other versions.
Yeah.
But you just he had
Ooh, he has Reflector Mage in his board.
Nathan does.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't think he has Malira though, which is sad. He does have Spellskite though.
Well, he's not the combo version, which means he
Well-
probably is not playing Malira.
So I've seen an argument for any Court of Calling deck. I don't know if he's running. I don't know if he's only running Coco, but any deck running Court of Calling is good to have Malira. I know a lot of Elves players will run Malira just because it wrecks Infect.
Yeah.
Like there's no worse feeling as an Infect player to get them to like 8 Infect and then have Malira come down.
Cubs
What
fan.
did Cubs fan get modded for? Oh,
It's excessive caps locks. You can also see up here.
okay.
You guys can't see, but I'm pointing to the computer screen right
I
now.
think I unblocked it, but
Yeah. We probably don't want Hercule's Recall up there. What card do we want? Maybe a Geist to Saint Draft?
does anyone not know what Gus does?
Uh,
I guess he hasn't seen play.
oh, that's the gross one. Where's the
Get the
good-
World Magic Cup qualifier special. Get the cool one.
I don't like that one either.
Innistrad?
I just want the where's the
Innistrad's
freaking.
in the middle.
This
Innistrad's,
one?
there we go.
This is the by far the best Geist artwork.
I agree.
There was definitely a guy at some tournament I went to where I'm a lands in front guy, and he just like started playing his lands like in random places on the battlefield. He was just like, whenever people play lands in front, I just start putting my lands in random places until they stop, and I'm like, okay.
Did you judge call for like erratic board state?
No, that's totally fine. He can do whatever he wants with his permanents.
He has to be able to keep the board state clear.
It's clear. I know what cards do. Library under the table. I think that would probably get you banned. Please do not keep your library under the table. Library under the table is probably a good way to not finish the tournament.
Library on the table, books inside the library.
Get out.
Just play spellbook. It'll be okay.
Get out. Spellbook, you say.
Yeah. Then you don't have to discard all those cards that you get with Ad Nauseam.
Spellbook, you say.
It's really good with Ad Nauseam. You get it in your hand for free, and then you play it, and you don't have to discard all of your
Wait,
stuff.
do you actually play Spellbook and Ad Nauseam?
No.
Okay.
Wait, did he just? Oh, they're drawing.
Yeah,
just playing on camera for
they're
us.
they're splitting and they're playing out the match. Because there's lots of them there, prizes on the line
Yeah.
here at MTG Card Market, Chicago, Illinois. All right. Looks like we've got a Geist in hand. Or is that's a Loxodon Smiter? Yeah, that's a Loxodon Smiter. That makes sense with the Coco.
Yeah. Gotta be able to hit stuff. Pretty good versus Liliana. It always feels great to discard something like that to Liliana, then kill it the next turn.
Yep. Although I think we're going to be seeing a lot less Lilianas.
I agree. Unless they start seeing playing the Grixis control deck.
Texas Ranger, you can get out too. Everyone get out.
All the library funds. Keep them coming. What is Library of Lang?
You don't want to know. Also, why the heck does it always default to like the worst art imaginable? This is the one and only OG Library of Alexandria.
The Noble Hierarch face off.
What's the deal with lands? It's a good deck in Legacy.
I believe he taps that way because... No, he's right-handed. Why is he tap?
He's trolling. It's fine.
He probably just does it intentionally knowing chat hates it. Because I'm pretty sure we've told him before chat doesn't like the way he taps his land. And he, like, made sure to do it every game while he was on camera
Yeah,
for a while.
chat can't tell you how to play. Like, if chat's all up in your face about your lands in front, put your lands on your opponent's creatures. That's how you play from now on.
Invade your opponent's playmat.
Yeah, because screw it. I'm going to play what I want. Like, it's not your decision where my lands go.
I need to get on camera and just play my lands across the
Alright.
opponent's field.
Looks like we're taking a shock here.
What does he have planes for? Is he playing Geist? Does he have the Geist board? Oh, please tell me he has the Geist board.
Looks
No.
like
Oh,
just
that looks
two
pretty good,
Listener
too.
Elves and a Noble
Noble
Hierarch. That's probably going to set up a lethal attack next turn.
So there's a few reasons to run Temple Guardian alongside Noble Hierarch. One is for path, two is for playing Geist out of your board. I'm a fan for playing Geist out of your board, though it's worse than just doing something else. So worse than just running counter spells.
Alright, looks like a Quasali Primate.
It's a lot of elves. If he attacks with one, he gets +3/+3. Does he have any way to give
gets
him
+2/+2.
+2/+2, sorry. He also has a Blighted Agent in
There's a
hand.
Blighted Agent in hand.
Does he have
There's
two Blighted
also a
Agent in hand?
Distortion Strike in hand.
Seems pretty good.
Maybe a Dryad Arbor as well. There's the Distortion.
So that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, in fact. Unblockable. That's really good.
Our neat little Infect counters.
Got the second Blighted Agent.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, first Blighted Agent.
You know what would be really good on this board? Engineered Explosives.
EE for 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really...
Nathan's on the
one-lander's
one
sad.
lander. Yeah. Infect does just seem super good right now.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'm running Abs and Coco.
When
Because you just get such a good matchup versus everything.
When I tap my cards, I rip them in half. That's how I do it. I just sleeve it all, just rip my cards in half, and that's how I produce mana.
Oh, so now he's at 8, in fact.
Okay, we got
with
in for
2
another
Blighted
4.
Agents.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Nathan.
This is one of these stranger hands with Infect I've seen.
Well, Nathan's just also just not doing anything.
Yeah. He has the fetch line now, but I don't know if he can do anything with it. Looks like he has to figure out a way to kill both of those Blighted Agents, which unless he has Orzhov Pontiff is pretty hard to do.
Sure.
Especially because Alejandro has 2 mana up. So like he's not gonna be able to kill anything easily. I don't actually know if he has a way around this.
No, he's dead. There's no way he's not dead, right?
I don't know what's in his deck. If he has Echoing Truth like Nick did. Just get there.
Like, he can attack with 3 attackers that he can't block, and then a pump on any of them is lethal. I guess this works, too. I see nothing. There's a Coco in hand, but he can't cast it. Yeah, that's just
didn't have
that's
anything.
just lethal. Yeah, that's a little bit of a anticlimactic
Finish.
game there. So
Since we were only 10 minutes in the round, do you want to go run and try to
yeah,
find
I'm definitely
another?
gonna try to find another match. Infect excels in being bad for coverage.
Well, that's good. We got to talk about it. You guys got to see it.
Yep.
I might have to start running Distortion Strike again, but I've been liking my Slip Through Space instead. Alright, so Shay's gonna go and try to find us another match. Well, we take a look at that. Of course, that was a little quick, but that's kind of the point of Infect. You just try to get in there, murder everything, and then take time to eat food and get a drink. Take a break between rounds. Wait, what? He could Thing and Ice probe mana. Yes, he theoretically could flip a Thing and Ice there, but wasn't that much. Yeah, so Infect is good right now. It is kind of frustrating to play against because either you have the way to prevent them or you die. It's an all-in. It's just a really aggro combo deck. But yeah, that was kind of textbook what Infect wants to do. Just get through with as much as you can. He got the turn 3 game 1, and that match he kept a slower hand, but like if Nathan did have removal, he was still really far behind because like he just had the 2 Glistener Elves, 2 Blight Agent, and the Inkmoth Nexus, so he just had so much that like so many creatures on board that could get through. So any 1 or 2 pump spells would have been really good. Nope. So we looked at his sideboard. He did not have a Malira to bring in. That was one of the things I was talking about, and I think that's because he's not running Chord. I believe he's only running Collected Company, so it's a lot harder to hit Malira consistently. So,
Getting a match going on right now.
alright, what do we got going on?
We got Nick going back on camera.
Alright, speaking
He
of...
says he's filled with sadness because he wanted to let the stream finish up thinking the deck was playable. he's currently down a game. He's playing against Tony Skripchek, and Tony is on Tooth and Nail, which is also a sweet deck.
Ooh. So we are bringing Thing and Ice back. I don't think we actually have any Lantern players here then. I might have to change that next week. Run Lantern Sword.
How do I spell Tony's name?
Tony.
His last name.
I can't even pronounce that.
Okay, all you had to do was tell me the letters, and you failed at that.
Alphabet.
It's too late. It's too late to apologize.
It's never too late. It's not too late. Tooth and nail.
And are these 2 ones?
Yes. They both have 6 points. But yeah, so if you want to see the... So we're going to see Thing and Ice. Nick saying it's having slight problems now, but if you want to see it in all its glory, go back and watch our second match of the night. Second full match of the night, and you'll get to see him run that deck. It was pretty cool. And you guys can check that out either on YouTube, most likely sometime tomorrow it will be up, or when this stream is done, you can watch the Twitch replays or previous videos. I don't actually know. Are we using OBS or XSplit?
This is OBS.
This is OBS. Also, as a reminder, if any of you guys are going to be out at the SCG IQ at the end of this weekend, MTG Card Market will be there vendoring.
Not the IQ.
No, not the
The
IQ,
actual
sorry. The actual
invitational.
invitational. The SCGI. The invitational. If you guys are going there, come out and say hi to all the people at MTG Card Market. We will have a booth.
Alright, looks like we're going to go to 19 for Nick. He's cracking at that polluted delta. Probably going to be getting himself one of them watery graves. Looks like it's coming into play tapped.
I just want Tony to get an Emrakul and then have Nick flip his Thing and Ice. Tony doesn't get an extra turn, but he won't have an Emrakul anymore. Which is winning on some level.
Yep. Alright. Looks like that was all end of turn. No accelerant on turn 1 for Tony. That's not where he wants to be. And looks like, are we going to get a horror? Nope, that looks like a Dark Confidant coming into play. Looks like Nick is considering.
Now Cubs fan is...
Torpor Orb, that's pretty good here.
Yeah, Cubs fan is now tilting because Nick is tapping to the left.
He also taps his cards only halfway.
Yeah, that's about a 60 degrees tap.
Yeah. Yeah, poor Cubs fan.
Commander Mouse with the horror of it all pun, for those who aren't reading chat.
The, looks like the Voyaging Satyr from Tony. We're going to pass it back Nick's way. We're going to play a third land. Looks like we're going to go with the, looks like a Gitaxian Probe here. See what Nick's working with.
He paid mana for it, though, didn't he?
Oh, he did, you're right. We've got, looks like a Primetime, a Xenagos, a Garruk, and I do not know what that last card is. Along with a Keswick Wolfrun and a Nick.
I have no idea what that last card in his hand is. Is that a fog?
Chat, can we can we
Is
get
it
some
a choke?
confirmation as to what that? No, it's not a choke.
Wild Growth? It also prevents Primeval Titan. Oh, and it prevents his own Hunted Horror. I love it.
Oh, that's gross.
So they just get a 2-mana 7/7. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Overgrowth. Okay, let's put up Overgrowth really quick.
But the Torpor hunted horror interaction is pretty good. This one,
It's got to be the Stronghold art. Yeah, it's the Stronghold art.
trample no less. That's so good.
So I'm guessing he pulled his Snapcasters out. There's the Overgrowth, so he'll be able to produce. He'll be able to make Garruk get some more mana next turn, but it's gonna have a hard time against a 7/7 Trampler. See what he gets. Let's get some more
Just
value
the
with
Dark
it.
Slick Shores he just drew up the top. He's got a Polluted Delta in hand. Still probably has that Bob from earlier.
Yeah, I guess that
Looks
comes
like
out now.
Bob's going to be played, and we're going to get in for 7. I mean,
Could block. He's not gonna, but he could. So let's see. He can produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana right now. 8 with the Nykthos.
yep, we could get a Xenagos here. We could probably just get a Garruk coming out.
That's 4 mana. Oh, he could have tapped for much more than that, than like 10. He can hardcast Primetime, but Torpor Orb stops him from getting lands. But having a 6/6... Also, look at your 6/6 Trampler into the 7/7 Trampler.
Yeah, Primetime with the Torpor Orb in play is just worse than Hunted Horror by like a lot.
Which is really funny.
Looks like a Nissa.
Oh,
Looks
Nissa's
like
pretty
all
good.
Planeswalkers. Well, like
He can just
Nick
he can
can
play
just-
his entire hand.
Nick can just kill both of these Planeswalkers, right?
Yeah, but Tony can now play his entire hand.
Is that a Liliana in Nick's hand? No, he didn't have it he didn't have a Liliana in the deck.
Does he get to just cast Primeval Titan and Xenagod?
Looks like that might be what's happening.
That's 12 damage. That is a very real way to race.
Pull up Xenagos on the stream for you folks.
I'd imagine he has enough mana to do that.
Primeval Titan hit the board.
He's gonna have exactly enough.
Tony has played 15 mana worth of spells this turn so far.
Oh, he didn't have enough to also cast Xenagod.
Bob drawing a free land.
It's pretty good. He needs Echoing Truth real bad though.
Yeah, Echoing Truth on the Primeval Titan is pretty good, I think. Because then you can just kill one of the Planeswalkers for free. It's not that it's bad, it's just, it's not a 7/7 trample for 2.
Yeah. Is that the second
Looks
time
like
he's
he
taken 7?
just looks like he just hit him for 7.
Yeah.
We're gonna go down to 6. Here comes Xenagos. Garrick's gonna go up, I think. Nope. First we're gonna have Nissa go up, untap all the lands. What did we draw for the turn? Was that a primal command, maybe?
There's a question from chat. He did not miss his ETB trigger on Primeval Titan because of Torpor Orb.
Correct. There's also a Kessig Wolfrun in play. That's pretty good here.
That's
Is that lethal?
Of mana. Nick might have spells in hand?
I think it's just lethal if Nick doesn't have an answer.
If Nick doesn't have an answer, that is just lethal off the +X doubles, like +X trampler.
Because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It is primal command.
Put Torpor Orb on top and shuffle? Torpor doesn't do that much though, because Primeval Titan already gets the lands.
Yeah, I don't...
Oh, he's making Nick draw the Torpor Orb.
Yeah, you put it on top.
Oh, Nick had all lands.
Yeah, that was not great.
That is very unfortunate in his 21 land deck.
Yeah, it's true. He doesn't run a lot of lands.
Yeah, he's only running
And he drew like 9
lands.
or so of them that game.
Yeah, he's running 21 lands because his curve stops at 2.
Yeah.
So that is not ideal how that goes.
Yeah, I don't understand the primal command play there either. I think
Oh, the Primal Command play was putting on top of his library and then probably gaining 7. So then even if Nick had an out to bouncing the Primeval Titan, he just does it again next turn. And can just kill him.
Sure.
So that was if Nick has any out, you just put the Torpor Orb on top and then do something else so that Nick just can't draw a second out.
let's see if we can get. We want to go out there and see if we can get one more match for us.
Let's see if we can get one more.
One more. We've got 28 minutes left in this round. There's probably
Was that game 3 or they still have game 3?
that was game 2, but Nick is winning. Tony just won 2-0.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. We're going to send Eric out there, see if we can get another game for us. This is probably going to be our last game of the night. Not this one that you just saw. We're probably going to get one more, which will be our last game of the night. And hopefully we can get something sweet on there for you. Once again, I want to thank everyone for joining us here tonight at MTG Card Market and our stream on Twitch. You can follow. You can come here every Wednesday and Thursday night. On Wednesday nights, we have all of this sweet modern action. And on Thursday nights, Greg and Phil usually take you through our legacy tournaments, which are pretty sweet as well. Once again, thank you for coming and checking us out. And we're going to try to squeeze one more in for you. Yeah, Dutch, the Tooth and Nail deck is sweet. I mean, he's not doing anything super fancy. He's just like trying to cast a 9 mana spell and win the game, right? It's a lot more honest than casting a 4 mana spell and winning the game. Current match record 0-0. All right.
All right, we're gonna have Nick back on with Merfolk, Nicholas Peras,
Okay.
and we've seen who he's facing before. I believe.
It's Nick Gajeri. Yeah, Sean. With the Naya Call Company.
Oh, yep. So we're gonna get to see Merfolk versus Zoo Game 3.
This is game 3.
Yes. So it is 1-1.
That is what.
It could also
Game
be
3 means-
one. It could also be one win, one draw.
It could be that, but
I've done
it's
that on
almost.
camera.
It's almost certainly not.
Probably not in
So
Zoo versus Merfolk.
We've got Sean on the right and Nick on the left.
Yeah. Also, from the previous match, I think another reason probably with Primal Command is because he knows. I'm betting he knows that Nick has Echoing Truths and bounce spells, so it forces him to have 2.
Oops.
Company.
You know, typos are a thing, right?
Nah, no such thing. The folk. You can also pretty much call the humans deck in standard the folk.
No.
The village folk.
Village people.
The village people. I need to start playing humans instead just so I can call my deck the village people.
All right. Looks like we're gonna get a little shuffle. This might be a better matchup for Defolk than the last one.
I don't know about that though, because they have bolts, paths, helix, really aggressive.
I would be surprised if you had Helix in this deck.
It wouldn't surprise me. Oh, I guess not. Maybe not because he's running Coco, but like you still
You
have bolts and
probably
paths.
have Helix in the board, if at all.
Yeah.
I think you probably don't want more than 8 pieces of slot removal.
Yeah, but this is just a pure race, and it's gonna be dependent on draw. Like obviously, like it's 1-1, so
The thing is that like Merfolk is just a deck that's very good in creature mirrors.
yeah.
It just is a deck that's very good at blocking your creatures and not letting you block its creatures.
But Zoo's also very good at killing people on turn 4.
But Sean's not a zoo deck. He's got some zoo elements in him, but he's much slower.
That's fair.
He's running Knight of the Reliquary and Collected Company. He's not running Goblin Guide.
That's fair. But that also means his creatures are harder to block. But he is also really soft to Spreading Seas because his mana base matters a lot.
Sure. I just think that like as a player who used to play a lot of Merfolk, I was always pretty happy to see like a green creature deck across the other side of the table.
That's fair.
Unless that green creature deck was elves.
Or Infect.
No, Infect's actually a fine matchup. It's not awful.
You should tell Eli that.
Eli thinks every matchup is a bad matchup.
He's also never won against me.
Yeah, but he did beat that deck to like lock his top 8 for the last 2K he played with it.
Oh, nice.
It's the
remember
top
that.
8.
And
You
then he
also
the
top 8 at
yeah.
that event.
I top 8 that. I actually took second place on record with Infect.
Did you guys chop a top 4 or whatever?
Yeah, we chopped the top 4, and then Daniel took technical first. I took technical second
Yeah.
because we had to report something.
Yeah. Looks like
Fishies. Oh, that's
Tidebinder
pretty good.
Mage. Tidebinder Mage was a card that was getting cut from a lot of Merfolk lists right during the Eldrazi meta. We might start to see a comeback now that people start playing more green creatures.
Imagine that it doesn't tap an Eldrazi.
Yeah.
That seems pretty relevant.
Yeah. When Harbinger of the Tides had first been printed, you were seeing a lot of 2/2 splits with Tidebinder Mage. But towards the end of the Eldrazi winter, we were seeing almost exclusively 4-ofs of the Harbinger. Scavenging Goo is going to come down. I like that there are no fetch lands in Nicholas's deck. It means that it's very easy for me to keep track of life.
Yeah. Also, he's not gaining life from.
Sean's actually at 19 though. I managed to still screw it up.
Yeah, he did take one.
He took one off the Curse Catcher.
Curses.
Lord of... Go away. This is why we're down to 66 viewers. It's your fault.
I think we're down to 66 viewers because it's the end of the night.
That's true.
We always spike during round 2 and 3.
Right, it's 11 p.m. here in the Midwest.
People have jobs and stuff. Also, I think we're threatening to put Lantern on. Everyone just left.
Looks like we're going to get in there. Why is Curse Catcher getting in there, do you think?
Because you don't care if it trades with the skews?
It doesn't trade with the skews. Oh, I guess it does trade with the skews. Derp.
Yeah. He took 5 off
Yeah,
that.
so he's at
14.
12.
12. Oh, and he took 2 damage the first turn, which we missed.
Yeah.
And there's a fetch. Does he have a bolt? Is that red spell a bolt in his hand?
I don't see a red spell in his hand.
I thought he had a red spell in his hand. Or is it a red land? It's quite possible it's a red land. I'm silly.
You are pretty silly, but I don't know. Worth noting here that Nick plays the Wonderwine hubs just as insurance against choke. He's not running Path to Exile or Sig River Guide or any of that stuff. No white in this deck. He's just running the lands because they are not islands.
It's a pretty good reason.
I mean, it depends. Are you more afraid of choke or Blood Moon?
I think
Like, you're in this situation, like, Blood Moon is usually a card that's pretty horrible against Merfolk, but Blood Moon would be excellent right here.
yeah, but I think also Merfolk cares less about Blood Moon when they have Aether Vial.
Sure, but he doesn't have Aether
Yeah,
Vial.
I would say it's not representative on this board state, but in general. That's pretty much game in Nick's favor. That's
Well, no, his
absurd
creatures
value.
his creatures still do not have Island Walk.
Yeah, but that's isn't that a spread? What's that last card in his hand? They're also just so big now, though. Like Sean can't block.
Yeah,
them.
he's swinging in with a 4/4 and a 3/3 here. And maybe Lord of Atlantis feeling frisky.
Nah, he's
Nope.
not gonna throw Lord of Atlantis in the Night of the Reliquary. What's the best? Do you just double block the Tidebinder Mage or just take it? I feel like not. Like Sean just doesn't have any good options. Oh yeah, he traded his Night of the Reliquary off for the Curse Catcher.
I mean, what are his other options? Like,
I guess at this point he's hoping just to hit land Coco.
yeah.
Lords are pretty good.
I mean, are there Kitchen Finks in this list? Kitchen Finks would be pretty good.
Maybe, I'd imagine so, but like, what does that do here?
We should play Blue-Green Merfolk with Collected Company.
Did
What
someone
do you
try
think?
that? I do remember someone
I'm
tried that. and it
sure
was bad.
someone has tried that,
Like,
and
I
I'm
think
also
LSP tried that
sure
on
it would be
stream.
bad.
I think LSP tried that in his Channel Fireball video. I should probably do the damage that the format guy got through.
This is also just a very good hand for Nicholas.
Yeah. Taking 2?
Yeah, it looks like we're shocking to 5, so he really needs to play Collected Company.
Signaling the Coco?
Well, no, he's just got 4 mana, and he's got nothing to do with it, obviously. And it's just, like, really unfortunate for him. He's just going to have to pass it back.
He could be bluffing it.
He,
In this case, if you don't have Coco, you have to bluff it,
he
basically.
doesn't, no, he's just very unlucky and has just nothing to do with this 4 mana. Just, it's 6 cards in hand, nothing to do. It's very, very unlucky. The life totals are correct right now, I believe.
Remember, they're a little bit behind us.
Yeah, well, you know. Everyone's a little bit behind me. Yeah, Nicholas trying to think here what's the worst things that could come out of a Collected Company, probably.
I think he's still dead, even with Coco. He would need to have like 2 first strike creatures. Oh, I guess he would take 1 damage. He could block. If he doesn't whiff,
he hits like some Finks.
3. But 2 of them are still getting through for 5. Like no matter what, this is lethal. Because you can only. I guess yeah, he would have to hit Kitchen Fangs.
No, but even that's still lethal. That's still 4, 8. That's still 12 coming in. If he hits
Look, he can
2
block
Kitchen
3 of
Finks.
them.
Oh,
Because he has
okay.
Scavenging Ooze.
No, but then he's still taking. Oh yeah, he would go to 1. Ghost Quarter works, but he doesn't get to cast Coco. He's got a Lightning Bolt in hand.
Bolt a Lord.
That's pretty good.
See, he wasn't holding up Coco. He just had other stuff to do with
He
that.
does. He actually does have Coco in hand, though. So we're gonna see Scavenging Ooze maybe eat something and block.
Block that, eat some things, get bigger.
Now, why do you suppose he's not eating the Lord?
Because he wants
Oh, he can untap
Nikado
his
to untap.
Nikado. Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna go to 6 here. All right. Sean's not out of this yet.
Does he go to 7 because he eats 2 things?
Did he eat 2 things or just 1?
He's eating the Lord and the Curse Catch.
That makes sense.
Pretty sure he did. He tapped 2 green mana for it, so yeah, it was 2 counters. So he definitely ate
All
2
right, and then he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. Oh, I guess he left the Lord in and ate the other 2. He probably said eat 2 creatures.
Go into 2. Tidebinder Mage. Harbinger's gonna bounce the
Wild Nikado.
Wild Nikado, which is like fine. Oh, he's got blockers. Okay. It's a game of Magic, folks.
Not dead.
Yeah, hashtag not dead yet.
If he gets Island Walk, though, he is.
Well, yeah, he's dead at any point during this game where Nick draws a Spreading Seas.
Ooh, did he draw a land?
He drew. It looks like he drew another. It looks like he drew an Aether Vial. He drew another Lord. That's still not lethal. I don't know that Nicholas can attack here.
No, because you block the.
I don't know that I like this attack.
You chump the bounce one.
You trade with the 2/1 and you eat the Lord?
Yeah.
Because the Lord is a 3/3.
Because you can also trade with the Lord. It doesn't actually matter that much.
Right. And you can trade with...
Either way,
you
you'll-
eat something,
Yeah.
chump something, and trade with something.
Yeah. 2 things die on his board, 2 things die on...
Yeah, I don't like that attack. What could Nicholas have here that makes that attack good?
Path tax.
Nick doesn't play that.
Vapor Snag?
Dismember? Like, if you had those cards, you just do it pre-combat, right? And then you win.
You don't win, though. Oh, yes, you would.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
would
know.
be. You would win.
I guess he's just trying to make it so Sean can't tap Coco, can't cast Coco.
But Sean's tapped out. No,
No, because if you don't kill the Noble Hierarch, Sean untaps and can cast Coco.
I think that was a horrendous attack.
Because that's the only logic I can think is if he doesn't want him to be able to untap and cast Coco.
Yeah. But, you're just trading your whole board.
Yeah.
I guess the thought process is if you draw Spreading Seas, you're going to win anyway. But you're not now. Because Scavenging Ooze is going to start getting 3 a turn.
Does he have removal in his hand, or what is he holding in his hand?
It's an Aether Vial.
No, Sean. Path.
Sean has a
okay.
Path to Exile.
And then eat 2 more guys, make my squeeze big.
Go
gain
to
some
5.
more.
Yeah, this game's over, I think. I think that attack was absurd.
He might have thought it was his only option if he was scared of Coco. But, yeah, definitely, as we're seeing...
Because what
it's not
he's
good in
done
the long
here
run.
is he's made Island Walk not an option.
Yeah. I think that was one variant.
Like, if you keep 10 power on board, any Spreading Seas is very lethal.
I wonder if he cut Spreading Seas.
No, there's no way. Well, I mean, I guess there's a way, but I would not think that that's what you would want to be doing.
Yeah, I think it was... He thought he could win the next turn.
He played the Aether Vial. Looks like...
He's also ripping lands.
he just got a Silver Gill.
Oh, Silvergill. Okay.
But he's got to pay 5 for it. Got to pay oh, that's a Master Waves. My apologies. Master Wave's going to come along with 3 Elemental tokens here.
That's pretty good unless Sean has Path.
They're not horrendous, but...
Oh, Coco now.
But Sean is, I think we're past the part of the game where Sean's in danger. Sean can get 2 creatures here. Though it does kind of look like he might have whiffed there. Yeah.
Did he full
wow,
whiff?
he whiffed.
Oh.
That's very unlucky. Wow, yeah, this is not good. I see a land and perhaps, is that a lightning helix? Oh, is that a warship? Oh! Warship is very hard for the Merfolk deck to deal with.
Because now he just sits there and takes the damage, because
Oh.
That's absurd.
So it's possible that Nick plays Echoing Truth in his deck. I don't know that this is a matchup you bring it in against, though.
Unless he saw Worship Game 2.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. What Conrad is saying in the chat right now is like, yeah. Never mind. I don't. What does Vapor Snag do here?
You have to have 2 Vapor Snags.
Yeah, you have to have double bounce.
Because is Sean just... Oh, I guess Sean is going.
Sean is looking to
Cracking
sideboard
before
right
saying-
now and seeing if he has anything in his deck that answers this card. My guess would be no.
But does he have more... I guess he might be able to try to deck Sean?
No way.
Oh, I got not in 10 minutes. He would go to...
There's no way.
Is
There
this
is
just main face Coco?
literally no way that he's going to deck him.
Not in time left, but... None of the reliquary...
No, not
well,
before
no.
he kills him.
I guess that's what I'm saying, like, who has more creatures total. But yeah, now there's this... Unless Sean has Echoing Truth and Lethal on board. when he
Oh,
has
you're
Echoing
right.
Truth.
Snag causes life loss, not
Yeah.
damage.
But he can just Scooze in response. As long as he has green mana open, he can Scavenging Ooze in response to the Vapor Snag.
That's true.
Yeah, but at this point, I don't think Sean ever does not hold up one. I don't know if Sean realizes that, but you definitely just... He's going to have up 1 green mana, basically, at most points anyways.
Stony Silence is... Response activate my vial. Okay. Cool.
You can still uptick it.
Yeah, because that is not a activated ability.
Does he have Delirium?
No. At what point... So the question sort of becomes, what is Sean's plan for winning this game? I guess
Well-
just attack with huge things.
If he does... Oh, yeah.
He's got an 8/8 and a what I assume is a 4/5 Tarmogoyf. Nick drew something. Maybe another Master
Master?
Waves? No, it's 5 mana. Silver Gill Adapt for 5 mana.
So I gotta imagine Nick just has to try to build up his deck, build up his boards as much as he can, then try to hit Echoing Truth on the Worship.
Yeah, I'm not super impressed by the Stony Silence against Merfolk either. I guess it depends if he had a lot to bring out.
Scooze is now permatap.
But I can't imagine that just like a random creature isn't better.
Yeah.
Alright, Scoo's gonna go up. I mean, eventually Nick has to run out of chump blockers for these gigantic creatures, right? I see land, creature, instant, and I don't see sorcery. Yeah, so it's a 3/4. That actually makes sense. There's not a lot of sorceries in either of these decks.
These decks don't really play. I can't think of any sorceries that either of these decks would play.
I mean, it's not unreasonable that Sean might have a couple, just because he is playing Tarmogoyf.
That's fair. But most of the time, you just hope to grow your Tarmogoyf on your opponent's stuff.
That's not necessarily true. There are like legacy decks, like legacy Rug Delver decks that run cards like Tarfire to get tribal in their graveyard.
That's fair. But I don't think Naya Company wants Tarfire.
It is starting to seem like perhaps Nicholas sided out his Spreading Seas, which seems like a sort of interesting strategy given how mana greedy this Naya deck is, and B, the fact that it has a utility land package with Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah, but
It's
Noble
possible
Hierarch
he
does
just-
mean that you don't, like, you can get around.
It's possible he just hasn't drawn them.
Yeah. We'll have to see which one, if he draws one before he dies. If he draws one, he has a good shot of winning, but I also don't know. I'd have to imagine he'd leave in Vapor Snag.
Alright, we're going to get a pump for 2. So that's a 6, 7, 8.
Yep, he just moved his leftover to 12 on the cell phone.
Yep. 13 actually.
Because it was chumped.
Oh, okay. So yes, 13 then.
Yeah, you're right. He didn't leave green up.
But I also think that would mean So Nicholas would have to draw a way to give islands and Vapor Snag.
Right. Spreading Seas Vapor Snag is lethal right now.
Yeah, he'd have to just
Actually, no,
draw
it's
them
not.
both.
He's just got enough creatures. He can just Vapor Snag is lethal now.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't have it though.
I wonder if he realizes that.
I don't think you make that play if you realize that.
I don't know if there's not a.
Another Goyf coming in. Yeah, I feel like leaving up your mana for the Scavenging Ooze to play around the Vapor Snag is more important
Than
than the
one extra
second point
damage.
of damage on the Keswick Wolf run.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I'm glad we got this game on. This is a pretty good game. It's interesting. We're gonna
Very
go
clogged up board state.
go search with the Knight of the Reliquary. What do you suppose he's getting here?
There's only like 4 minutes left in time. They won't go to time.
I can't think there's anything especially great for Sean here. Yeah, he's just gonna get another stomping ground. So he's just growing his
making it
knight.
bigger.
Yeah.
If he could give it pro blue, if he's playing the land that gives her protection.
No, I don't think so. Pro blue would be pretty great here. Yeah, it's possible. You're right. It's possible that Sean is choosing to play around not getting the draw rather than losing to exactly Vapor Snag.
Yeah. Is that
The
what
jury
is that?
step. Yeah,
Is that choke?
that is a choke, and that is exactly why. As you see here, it's not actually that good because Nick has 3 non-island blue sources.
Yeah. Another lord.
Yep.
So I wonder if Sean is facing the clock at least. So like, I'm trying to figure out what if he's waiting. What is he specifically waiting for?
We have double. He's gonna go down to 5. It looks like. Did he crack there? Yes, he cracked there.
Yeah, he's just trying to make it as big as possible for a really large trampler.
Right. He's just trying to trample over. Like Nick can no longer just block this with a 2/1
Yeah,
because I think
but he
that's
can trade his entire board for it.
sure.
Which isn't good.
But then the Tarmogoyfs can start getting
Yeah.
in.
Actually, I wonder if he swings with everything. If he would have lethal.
Like Nick needs to. We got a D20 on there now. Nick needs it pretty much is Vapor Snag or bust here for Nick. What are they doing? Oh, we're getting a little
Make it so we can see the dice.
a little clear up on the dice there. Thanks to whomever did that one for us.
I'm actually really curious if he has the Jerry Step. He doesn't have a way to untap it though, so like he can't actually swing in with it if he has his Jerry Step.
I doubt he has the jury step. That would be surprising to me.
Yeah, it sees play in the version that runs the what is it called? The enchantment that whenever it lands battlefield you can untap a creature, and has the other mode. It came out like in Zendikar.
Retreat to Coralhaven
Yeah,
or Coralhelm.
Coralhelm.
Yeah, that card's spicy.
Does he just have to start swinging? Because Nicholas looks like he's going to get the draw on time.
I mean, so he can pump for 3 right now. If there is a situation where Nick is going to be forced to block with a lot of things, and then
Yeah.
Sean can win in turns. So
Yeah.
that is it's a 9/9 Knight of the Reliquary right now, getting +1 from that Noble Hierarch, or is that plus? Are there 2 Noble Hierarchs in play? No, +1. So he's swinging with a 10/10 right now that can be pumped for 2. So it's a 12/12 trample essentially.
Looks like he's
I'm sorry, it
throwing
can be
it-
pumped for 3.
How many 2-1s is he throwing in front of it?
So if Nick doesn't block with if Nick only blocks with 1, he's dead.
He's blocking with 4 2-1s to kill it.
Oh.
Jamoka's command. Oh, he can kill the Master of the Waves and win.
What is that phone doing?
Maybe?
Is that turns?
Yeah. I wonder, so wait,
It looks like our clock was a little off. We might be in turns right now.
if he fights the Master Waves... Oh, he has 2 of them. Wait, couldn't he have... Does Jamoka's command spell +1 counter on target creature you control?
Yes, it's just you control.
Okay.
I don't know what that cell phone is supposed to be there. Maybe it's turns, but it's certainly not doing anything for us. Alright, Jamoka's command. Gonna resolve. Merfolk token, go and bite the dirt. I don't know exactly how much damage he took there.
I don't think Sean can win before they end turns. I don't think there's any
Oh,
damage.
he's getting in there.
Or does he have the Vapor Snag?
Do we have the Vapor Snag? Is this the Vapor Snag? He has the Vapor Snag!
But there's a creature in the graveyard, and he still has green mana up. No, he's not dead.
He's not dead. He's got the Noble Hierarch.
No!
Oh! Well, that was an unfortunate way to end.
Do we tell him?
That was an unfortunate way to end
Yeah, so he did scoop.
a really great match there. But I mean, I get that goes to overemphasize the point, right? You've got to make your opponent see it, right? Like,
Yeah.
if you're Nick in that position, you've got one out. You've got to make your opponent see it. Sean didn't see it, and Nick is going to earn the win. That being said, that brings us to the end of our 4 rounds here at MTG Card Market. My name again is Shay. This is Eric, and we've really enjoyed having you here with us tonight.
You're pointing to me like they can see me.
Well, I should go back to the booth. Then is actually what we should do.
You yell at me for waving, so I have to give you grief.
You got to give me lots of grief. Join us here tomorrow night. We're gonna have some sweet Legacy action. I think Greg is not here this time. I don't know who's doing.
I think they're at the Invitational.
They're going to the Invitational, and Greg is also getting ready for the Pro Tour.
Yeah, I don't believe anyone signed up for it yet.
So we'll see who that is, or if there is one. But we've enjoyed having you here with us tonight for Modern, and that's all going to be all for us tonight.
Yeah. Reminder, come out and visit us at the Invitational. Because we will be there.
Well, I won't.
Well, MTG
But
Card
MTG Card Market will
be there.
But me and Eric will not. For Eric and everyone here at MTG Card Market, you guys all have a good night.